yes, everybody. It's that time again. Another West Ham match. Myself and Matt and Anton's coming on as well. How are we doing, Matt? We excited?
Is it that time though?
Oh,
I genuinely forgot.
I know. 3 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. We went 11 games in a row playing Sundays.
I love it.
What's that? That's like 3 months worth of Sundays.
It's
so we're going back to March or February or something. Played on a Saturday.
Absolutely crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. No, it's literally a month of Sundays. But no, it's great. 3 o'clock kickoff. Anton did a preview yesterday. We had Jim, Anton's dad, on there, and talking about the glory days when we used to play on a Saturday every week. You know, so I'm not used to it. I'll be honest. I've nowadays I've got my Saturdays sorted out now. So when actually no, we can go out on Sunday tomorrow. What?
I was tell a lie. I was literally like sitting in my living room with the TV on. I was watching the Everton game, and Ant was like, "Oh yes, we're on at this time." I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Saturday? What do you mean? We're not... Oh yeah, no, we are playing today."
Yeah.
I mean, we got there in the end. About was it 3 or 4 days before the game? Premier League around and went. Was it Sky? Gave a compromise because they're showing the other 2 o'clock game on TV instead. So they still got their TV game.
Yeah. It makes me laugh when it was like, I think Moisey came out and said something to that effect as well, that they couldn't believe it was all, it just happened like that, and they, because apparently in La Liga it happens all the time, but not in the Premier League. So
well, no, because to be fair, I don't know if it must be like a joint consensus between Sky and the Premier League. But they would have known that there was a 50% chance Chelsea were playing on the Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
anyway, regardless, we're here. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff, and do I say I'm confident? Yes, I do. I'm confident. I'm not too sure. The club put up a little video just then with all the team arriving. And I didn't see Declan Rice get off the bus, and I didn't see Skamaka get off the bus. He may well have done something, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Who's got the chat? We got Neil. All right, gang. Hope all well. Is there a link for today? We can't give it to you. Foot friend, I'll be able to watch the game. No,
I'm sure someone else in the chat will type it in the chat. I'm sorry,
but we can't. Don't put it in the chat. Just use something else. Otherwise, we get tailed. Razor, hope you're well.
Use the Discord. Discord's still live, is it not?
I think the Discord is still alive. So yeah, use the Discord.
Use the Discord.
Use the Discord. What you text me? Let's have a look. Okay, we'll see. Okay. That'd be good, because I've already set up that side exactly like that in my thing, so that's good. Remember when we beat the Rent Boys 4-0 at the Bridge? We had some fun that day. We certainly did. McAvenny and scoring and the state of the pitch. And when it's Chelsea away, I always think of Jimmy Walker. So obviously saving Fat Frank's penalty. Doesn't like to talk about it though, so there we go. David Martin, of course. It's always Chelsea. Happy Hammer, hope you're well. Get on Gissel. We'll put stuff up there. There we go. Terry's in. Toby's in. Nice to see you, Toby. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Team news will be very, very shortly. About 5 minutes or so. Will we see Paqueta start? What do you think, Matt?
You know what? And actually asked me for my team yesterday. He said, what do you think the team is? And I went for like a 5-2-3. And so I didn't have Ketter in my team.
Yeah.
This is a very Moyes thing. But actually, you know what I did? And then I realised I picked 12 players.
That might be
I need to take one out.
That's a clever tactic. I like that. It's a clever tactic.
The classic 5-3-3 formation.
No one's tried that. Maybe they should just throw it. I remember doing it at school. We played I think it was playing like the netball team, and then by the end the football team played the netball team, played football, played netball, type of thing. And by the end of the netball game, we literally had everyone on the pitch because we were absolutely hopeless.
Everton have just scored against Liverpool.
Oh, very good. Nice. It'd be nice. Would it nice to be Paqueta and Benrahma play? Will we play? I think
that
it's
would
one.
Be very
attack. Yes, I think it'd be one or the other. In all honesty, I think there'll be a time in the game where you would see both of them on the pitch, but not from the start. Not from
No.
start, in my opinion.
It may get called off, you know. I was watching it in the background.
What's that? What, the goal?
Yeah.
Frano, hope you're well, my friend. What a transfer window for us, and this Chelsea team looks very beatable. Well,
you know
excellent.
what?
It's not out
They
yet.
did some very good late business themselves, in fairness.
They did some great business at late days.
Dennis Sakira.
Yeah, like Dennis Sakiro.
Aubameyang.
Yeah. Although apparently Aubameyang, I don't know if you see it.
He won't
Sorry.
play.
No, but I don't know if you saw it. But let me share my screen. He actually apparently signed for West Ham. Let me show you. This was his. Where is it? I don't know if you saw
Oh,
this.
he give the old eyes, didn't he? On his like, yeah.
Look, anything else you can do.
I can't remember if it, but I know in one of the pictures they actually photoshopped out. He's got an Arsenal tattoo on his arm.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
In one of the photos, they actually photoshopped it off, and everyone was like, "Really?"
Oh dear, crazy days.
He won't
Days.
play. He's got a fractured jaw,
Yeah.
which was
All
quite
about
a
offside.
mental thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
His house got broken into while him and his family were there, and
he's
like
got-
he was trying
yeah.
to defend his family.
Yeah, he's got a broken.
They
He had a
like
broken
cracked him around
jaw.
the face with a crowbar or something.
Mental. He's got a broken jaw by all accounts. But they reckon he's going to be playing in.
Goal
I think
disallowed.
is it Zagreb. Yeah, goal disallowed. Offside. Huge upset, 3-0. Skamaka and Paqueta scoring. Don't know if Skamaka's fit, but we'll see. It's Derby Day.
We're a minute away.
Minute away from the teams being announced. Be a minute for the teams being announced. We'll see what happens. We obviously did a predicted 11 when we asked you guys to predict who you thought the 11 was. So maybe a little bit later on we'll compare the two and see how close you were. From the predicted 11, I didn't think you were too bad actually. It wasn't a bad one, but we'll see. Just seeing what anything else.
Out.
Same as Wednesday. You're almost right. Yep. Hammer would start. Fabian.
Paqueta starts. Team is out. West Ham
Team
have
is
dropped
out.
it.
They've dropped it. They have dropped it, and we have got the team here already because Rusty B knows. So that's the side. We've got Fabianski in goal. Back four, we think of Soufal, Zuma, Tirlo, Chiera, and Emerson. And then we've got Rice and Souček. And then we've got Bowen, Lucas Paqueta making his first start for West Ham, Pablo Fornals, Mikel Antonio. On the bench, we've got 8. 8 on the bench this time. I'm going to put the full team on in a minute, but we've got on the bench Areola, Randolph, Ogbonna, Coventry, Downs, Lanzini, Cornet, Benrahma. So our bench, obviously, clearly there was meant to be Skamaka there because that's why he was the last one. But obviously he hasn't recovered from his illness. So I mean, what do you think?
Creswell was have a knock, which
we knew
thought
that.
was right. So Emerson's starting at left back. Said about Johnson, I reckon Johnson could be out for a few weeks. Super started.
Yeah.
But after all the stuff on deadline day with Ash, thought he might have been on the bench.
Yeah. It's I know what you mean. What we've got? Let's have a quick look in the chat. Let's just do that. Let's put that in the chat, and then let me take that off, and then we can quickly. I'll put it in the chat. So what's people saying about starting up? Boom. 3-pointer. Paqueta going to drop bombs today. Phil for Benrahma. He's playing his best for us so far and has been dropped. Wow, impressive. I don't think it'd be. I think it's a case of him or Paqueta, and I think maybe he wants to give Paqueta a start. Starting lineup.
Paqueta, I'm sorry, Paqueta is better than Benrahma.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And unfortunately, Benny, don't get me wrong, he has been the best player this season because we have been decisively poor. But Moyes' frustration in Benrahma is that he's either exceedingly good or exceedingly poor.
Yeah.
Like, you'll never get a consistent 6/7 out of 10 on him. He's either like a 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
Or 3 and a 4. And you can't play... For me, I still think he plays better off the wing than he does in the middle.
Yeah.
But you can't play a guy on the wing that's going to be giving the ball continually away all day and not doing defensive work. So for me at the moment, I think it is between like Fornals and Cornet for that space out on the wing.
what's going to be interesting as well is obviously looking at a team. You know, Antonio played, you know, ran his socks off on Wednesday, and he's going to have to do it again.
Well,
There's no plan B on the bench.
Cornet is on the bench. That's the only thing, and I say that against
Cornet
Chelsea,
is, yeah.
Tottenham, but I think Moyes messed up his sub the other day.
Yeah.
Like, I think when he brought Ogbonna on, he should have brought Emerson on at the same time.
Yeah, I think he was trying something with Ogbonna and it didn't work, and so they quickly, you know, he went, okay, it didn't work.
To put Emerson on, we had subs left. We had no sub.
Yeah.
Spaces left. We had no. You only could do three Blakes will play to make 5 subs.
Yeah.
And I think had he brought on Emerson at the same time, then with like 10 minutes to go or 5 minutes to go, he could have brought on Cornet for Antonio just to go and press the defenders.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. No, I get that. I get it totally. It's just, you think it's just a bit, yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's a bit, I just think it's, right, okay, in terms of Chelsea, I'll just read out the squad while we're whacking it in. But in terms of Chelsea, what they've got, Mendy, Fofana starts, Thiago Silva's the captain, Koulibaly, James, Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic, Kukučela, Pulisic and Sterling. On the bench, they've got Kepa, Azpilicueta, Chilwell, Chalobah, Jorginho, Mount, Ziyech, Brozier, who's just on a new deal, and Havertz. We'll put that up as well in 2 seconds. So you've got all that. I tell you what, that looks beatable.
That's a very trying to dissect their team, because like they play the same formation that top play.
Yeah,
just a 3-4-3. So Fofana, Silva, Koulibaly, back three. Right.
Yeah, I think
unless they're playing a 3-5-2.
They could be with Cucurella, because they I think that looks like that's quite in. It's sort of in order, but not really at the same time.
That's what I mean. Is that like Reece James is like the right winger, Cucurella's the left winger, and then you got Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic is like a midfield 3, or is Loftus-Cheek gonna like fill on the left hand side of the midfield 4? Cucurella's playing left attacking winger. Like it's.
Well, whatever it is, I'm not really concerned about that side.
Sterling only because he's managed
Sterling, yeah, and pace,
like turning up.
Yeah, against us, you're totally
apart
right.
From that, no, that's a very defensive-minded team.
I think it shows a bit of respect for West Ham. I think that side does. Whereas I think
Chelsea are listing it as a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sky Sports are listing it 3-5-2.
Yeah, they always get it wrong, don't they? So there we go. Hit the thumbs up from Toby if you know where that blue flag should be stuck. Totally agree. Happy Amaret. Differing Davies fast becoming Daring Dave. Well, I mean, look at Lucas Paqueta. A starting lineup. He's only been training for about a week, if that. 5 days, if even that, because they'd have had a rest day Thursday.
The difference was though, wasn't it? Like when Scamacca's come in, Scamacca. West Ham took like 6 weeks to get this deal done for no apparent reason other than negotiated. The whole time, I think because PSG come in first, didn't they? And then we come in towards the end of PSG when they were like, we're not going above 25 or 30 or whatever, and West Ham were like, we'll give you 5 million more.
Yeah.
So essentially, for like the whole summer, he only like 50% trained, didn't he? He didn't play any friendlies.
Whereas you're right, whereas someone like Lucas has been, Paqueta's been playing for Lyon, hasn't he?
Lyon. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it? It's similar if we'd got Vanakin, the same thing, because he'd been playing for Club Brugge.
So at least he's got match fitness. He may not have the gel with the team.
And the pace.
But he's still got the match fitness.
Yeah, agreed. So there we go. Just so you can see it. I mean, we've got it down the bottom. But just so you know, we've got... that's our starting lineup. 5 on the bench, which is a bit annoying. With Ben Rama, Cornet, Lanzini are attacking players. Lanzini can drop in as well. Coventry, Downs as our sort of midfield replacements, and just Ogbonna as our defensive replacement.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears?
That bench, right? We've got 2 goalkeepers on it.
Yeah.
Which is building up. There's just to fill up the bench, and we're still short.
Yeah.
We haven't travelled to Manchester or to Newcastle to play today. We've done like a 45-minute drive across London.
Yeah, and you think surely
they could have called up 2 kids.
Yeah,
anyone.
Exactly.
Like anyone.
That's what I don't understand. I'd rather have it filled up, as you said, with a couple of kids. Even if they're not going to get on, there's options there. There's options. Ashby and someone else. Forsen or something like that.
Fullbacks. Yeah, I don't know who's playing fullbacks for the under 23s at the moment.
Well, they were out on bloody loan, aren't they? Long game.
Yes, what I mean. So I don't know who the new fullbacks are, but just call one of them up. Just stack them on the bench.
Yeah, exactly.
You said to him, look, realistically, you're not going to play, but as a worst case scenario, but situation, you're going to be on the bench today.
Yeah.
I know you played yesterday, but you haven't got to travel far. We're staying in London.
They can play. I mean, they can play. You know, it's like they're fit, innit? It's like they're not going to start. So it's like, anyway, I don't know. So, and that's how Chelsea lined up. It's been said on the BBC website, they've put it as a 3-5-2, which I think is probably about right. In terms of the way it's, Fofana, Silva,
I think it is the way it's listed.
Koulibaly, and then you've got the five of James on the right, Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic, Cucurella, 1, 2, yep, and then Pulisic just behind Sterling.
It listed just as a flat 2
or flat 2. Yeah, I'm sure that's not going to be. Chelsea don't traditionally play with a recognised number 9. It tends to be Havertz tends to play there.
There probably won't be anyone down the middle. It wouldn't surprise me if like Loftus-Cheek ends up playing as like the guy down the middle,
moving up a little bit. Yeah.
Because he did. What game did he do that last season? Was it even like the Champions League or something? And they brought him on and played him there. I might be the Champions League final.
Quite possibly.
And the FA Cup final. And they brought him on as like they had no target man. They put him there for like 15 minutes and it just absolutely flopped. And they were like, this one's here again.
Yeah,
but like I said, neither Sterling or Paqueta are really. They're not going to be a focal point. That's going to be very fluid, moving all the way around.
And that's going to be interesting how we combat against that, because you've got to think the Premier League games we played so far this season. With Man City, target man Haaland. You had the Spurs with Harry Kane as sort of their target man. Son, as the second. Villa, they've got they played with recognised forwards, so to speak. Watkins and whatnot. Ings. Brighton, maybe Brighton not as much, but Welbeck. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how we cope with that. Traditionally we're not very good when we're dealing with pace, but
at least got some pacey players now.
We do. That's the thing. We do have now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting to see. I think this is a game for. I mean, obviously they're padding out that midfield quite a lot, and they obviously see that's where the battle's going to be won or lost by the looks of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little bit more. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if actually that's sort of almost a 4-5-1 for a lot of the game. To be honest, like pad out that midfield. Like Bowen on the. Yeah, exactly. Like Rice maybe holding, like really like marshing that back four just in front of them, and then Souček, Bowen, Paqueta, Fornals, Paqueta and Souček sort of in the middle, maybe the Fornals on the left, Bowen on the right, or maybe Fornals tucking in, Antonio as sort of the spearhead. I think you see that wouldn't be surprised, because then obviously they've got 5 midfield as well with the wing backs. I think that's It surprised me that Paqueta started. I'll be honest. It surprised me he started, because I thought he might be. I thought he'd be on the bench. Now I'm trying. Let me have a quick look, because
maybe.
Was that sorry? Confidence, yeah.
Confidence thing. Just give the team a lift. Tuck him straight in.
Absolutely.
Celtic just scored again to make it 4-0. But they've just thrown the goal on Sky Sport, and the keeper's literally tried to play it out from the back.
Yeah.
And played it straight to the centre forward, standing on the edge of the box, and he's just opened his butt and put it in the bottom corner. Like he just literally say Man City play it from the back, and Edison plays it to like Diaz on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
It was like that sort of pass. It was like the keeper forgot what team he's playing for. Straight out goal.
Jesus. Gallagher got a red card last time. Bloody good point.
Was it last game? No, was it the game? Was it last weekend? We had the midweek fixtures.
Oh, you're right. We had the midweek fixtures, and Chelsea they lost, didn't they? They lost to Southampton, didn't they?
Yeah. And he was only a double yellow, so it was a 1-game ban. So he would have missed the Southampton game.
Yeah, you're right. See, that's why we have Stato here. Because otherwise I'd have probably reported him to the FA and looked like a right idiot.
Campaigning it.
Yeah, you know me.
Did you see the comments on the fallout of the Tottenham game? The comments from Conte moaning about VAR, saying the VAR doesn't work in his country.
It's half a dozen and one, half a dozen in another, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but the problem is that the literal rules for handball says is that if it's close quarters and it hits another part of the body and then hits the arm, it's not a handball. So VAR stepped in for that penalty decision, gone by the letter of the law. It is not a penalty, and he's moaning he didn't get the penalty and saying VAR doesn't work.
Oh dear. Well, where's all my thing gone? I'm just trying to see because we asked you guys to predict the 11. I think you've done quite well. I think the West Ham community's almost nailed it. I think they've got 11 out.
Hammer, it was 2 yellows. So yeah, he only had the 1 game ban. Southampton game.
Oh, there it is. Yes, it would have been the Southampton game. You're totally right. He just pissed. Didn't save him like it usually did. Indeed, James Chew, come on, you irons, indeed, my friend. So your 11 was almost bang on. Right, let me download it so you can see this. This is the 11 that you guys picked. I don't want to confuse it with the 11 that's been picked. But you got Fabianski in goal. You got a back four of Emerson, Kiera, Zuma, and Soufal. And then you got the Rice and Souček 2. You got Bowen, Paqueta. You put Ben Rama. It's 4 now who's starting, and Antonio up front. 10 out of 11. Well done, West Ham community. If you want to pick your 11 next time for the Stenar Bucharest game, become a member. Become a subscriber. You don't have to be a member. Become a channel subscriber, and we put it up on the community post, and you can vote. Bit of fun. As I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe. Anton's going to be jumping on in a minute. I'm going to be jumping off, but I'll be back to watch the game. Good morning from Texas. Any idea why it isn't in today? I think he's still ill.
Didn't they see some like really weird thing?
It's some of his gums and his teeth.
Yeah, like he's got inflamed gums.
Something like that, yeah. And it's
throat's inflamed.
And it's keeping him up. Yeah. Gallagher will wish he was on a suspension after this game, says Scott. Them's fighting words. He is ill. And anyone tuning in, you got the starting 11 just scrolling down the bottom. And we've got, we do have the graphic for you, so you can see the graphic. That's the 11 David Moyes has picked for today. God, I'm not used to these afternoon games.
For a Saturday pre-afternoon kickoff.
I know, exactly. Loving it. Back to the old school. And, we've signed someone, and he's actually in the squad within a week of buying him, so fair play.
Doesn't happen, does it?
Yeah, doesn't happen very often. No. And I know people say, oh, you should have had Benny instead of Fornals, but I think if you had Fornals, if you had Benny and Paqueta both starting, I think that opens up a lot of people not tracking back necessarily.
Structured.
Yeah, back and forth.
I wouldn't have minded seeing Cornet there.
Yeah.
But Benny for me is too. Like I think he plays better on the left, but equally I think you're better off playing middle because he likes that free roam of attacking.
Yeah.
And if you've already got Paqueta doing that team, you can't really have two doing that team.
No, you need that sort of what's the word? You need that sort balance, but also you need that reassurance on the left hand side. See, Toby's well out of the sync. Are we on Sky today? No, you never have a 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday on Sky.
Not allowed,
how you're not allowed? Jesus, we're so not used to it.
It's Brighton someone now instead, isn't it? There was another 2 o'clock. You know, like last week, we had a 2 o'clock Villa game. It wasn't the Sky game.
Yeah.
There was another game today. Tomorrow there was a 2 o'clock that wasn't Sky. That was Brighton someone, and that Sky just said, well, we're taking that game now instead to make sure they still get their TV money.
Yeah. Morning, Douglas from Ohio. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. We've got Texas. We've got Ohio. God, dear, we're getting the whole sort of. Any more? Have we got? What's the furthest?
Was it 7, 8 o'clock morning or something?
It'll be 6. Texas is 6 hours, isn't it? Central time. So 6 hours.
9.
You do the maths.
9
I think
o'clock.
it's about 10 o'clock, isn't it? No,
yeah.
no, I don't know. Something
9 o'clock.
Like
It'll be 9 o'clock kickoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. There we go. We've got Nagoya, Japan. We've got Japan. What's the time? What's the time in Japan? Kickoff's at 10 o'clock, says Douglas. So you obviously are 10 to 11, 11 to 12.
About 9.
Well, Douglas is in Ohio, and I think that's on Eastern time, so that's 5 hours behind. There we go. Mikey's in the thing. Mike's in the chat. Let's get free from Mikey's from Belgium. One of our newest recruits. From originally on talking to us last season about Genk, and loved West Ham so much he became a West Ham fan. Love it. Vietnam, fair play. 7-17 in Western Canada right now. God dear, I love the fact we've just got it all over the place. You know what I mean? It's brilliant. They show all the games here, says David, in Japan. It kicks off at 10 p.m. Justin, it's 9 o'clock because it's not a dreadful 6:30. Hate early kickoffs.
You know what? We don't like early kickoffs.
No, we don't. We don't. Early kickoff for me is even earlier because I do the match day morning live from the stadium, isn't it?
They're like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Steve's in the Cayman Islands. Fucking hell, Steve. Enjoy yourself, son. Jesus.
Living it up.
Living it up. I bet. Yeah. What's the old tax situation out there? That's what I'm saying. That's why Steve's out there. They never show free games. It's a law. It's a law crosshammer. That's why. That's ridiculous. These amount of games.
No, is it 1980s or 1970s?
Something like that. Yeah, from the 80s.
It's 2:15
from
to
the 80s.
5:15 on a Saturday. You can't show TV game.
Exactly. So, guys, let's get your predictions. Let's get your predictions in. What do you think the score's going to be? Put it in the chat. Let's just say, simple, 1-0, 2-0, whatever. I'm going for a Desmond 2-2. I think it's going to be a good game. 2-1. 2-1 West Ham, of course.
Yeah.
That's it, Matty. We like that. Let's have it. Anton's going to get brilliant. Anton's here, so I'm literally going to dash off. So that's good timing. When Anton turns up, when his camera works. And then I'll be back just before kickoff, which is good. I might sit in the background and just let you guys do your thing. Looking forward to this game. I really am. I do hope in the lifetime that Law F-offs watching all West Ham games legit will be nice. Yep, okay. What we got? 2-1. We've got James. It's 9 p.m. Kickoff in Ho Chi Minh City. I definitely butchered that, so I do apologise. Here for a year working in the Cayman Islands, whatever, tax break. 2-1. The manager will get booked for complaining that didn't save him. No probs. Go on, mate. You go for a piss. Don't be nice about it. Just you go for a piss. Don't worry. Leave it to me. I'm coming up. I'm two minutes. I'm coming up. I'm just waiting for Anton to drop on, and I'll drop off because I've got to say goodbye to Flo in a minute. We could beat Chelsea looking at their 2-1, 2-0. Will we actually? No, we won't actually watch the game here, Fred. No, we won't. We won't. We will not, unfortunately. Can't watch that here. I'm just going to put this up for 2 seconds because I just need to do something in 2 seconds. Do apologise. Keep putting the predictions in the chat, please. Thank you very much. I'll be 2 secs. If I take myself.
Just like that, I am here. Don't worry, I am here bringing you the rest of the... I'm trying to get my camera set up in time, and you probably can't hear me as well, but I am here. Don't worry about that. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. And Paqueta starts. How do you feel about that? I mean, I know Matt and Russ have probably spoken a bit about it, but I've got a bit of analysis that I want to go through today. You probably know that I'm a little bit obsessed with this analysis and individual stats of the players, etc. So I'm going to go through some of that and let you know my kind of thoughts ahead of the game today, and maybe what we can do that can maybe change, or what I think was better against Tottenham and how we can maybe use that to our advantage against Chelsea as well. So I'm going to bring up some images and kind of dissect them, go through them, and you just keep your comments coming in and let me know your thoughts as well. So first up is this image here, and this is the confidence that Benrahma is playing with just now. You can see the confidence breathing in him. So The ball gets played into him in a deep position. Now, the Benrahma of old would have either taken a touch and maybe headed backwards. But what I loved about this particular piece of play was he dropped his shoulder and he absolutely sold the opposition player. And for the next one, you can see that Benrahma broke free from the player because he didn't even take a touch. At this moment here, he literally didn't take a touch. He just dropped his shoulder, convinced the Tottenham player that he was going to go back. The Tottenham player went for the ball and he skipped by him with no problem at all with ease. And another positive thing from Benrahma's play is, look at Bowen running, and the difference is he found Bowen. He put the ball on a plate for Jared Bowen driving forward there. So that is the confidence that Benny has from the start of the season. People may say, well, this is it's a bit harsh that he's not playing. Well, we've got a big squad now, and we've got really good quality players in there, and we're going to need time to bed them all in, so they're all going to have probably a good share of the mix of playing time as well. So Russ has just morphed into Anton. What sorcery is this? The governor's arrived. I ain't a governor, mate. I ain't no governor. We missed the trick. Should have kept David Martin until we played the fixture. We've got a chance. Martin's in goal. We could beat Chelsea looking at their lineup, going for a 2-0 West Ham win. It's going to be a close 1-0 win, 5th minute. And Sufal's going to get it. I hate... Why do you hate your phone, Crosshammer? What's happened here? That's good. Benny has been playing his best so far at West Ham. If he comes on today, he'll do well. I completely agree with you, Toby. He has been stepping up to the plate, stepping up to the mark, showing people what he's capable of. You know, showing the Premier League what he's capable of, showing West Ham fans what he's capable of, showing Moyes what he's been capable of. And it's taken him maybe a few seasons to bed in under the David Moyes regime, but it's absolutely worked wonders. It's absolutely worked as well. Anton won't like this, but Gallagher's going to get schooled today. Listen, I do rate the guy. I really do rate the guy. To be honest with you, Scott, he's the player we need to watch. I'll be honest with you. Every single time we play against Conor Gallagher, 9 times out of 10, he always he shows West Ham what he's capable of doing. He's done it when he was at West Brom. He's done it when he was with Crystal Palace as well. So we just need to keep an eye on this. Now, I'm going to bring up something else that I've been a little bit impressed with as of late in the recent couple of games. Is our defensive formation here. Now, you can see there, Pulisic is on the ball coming down the left-hand side. But see if you just look at where Vladimir Coufal is in front of him, and then you look at Kira, and then you look at Zuma, and you look at Rice coming back, and you've got Creswell covering in there. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 West Ham players to Tottenham's 3. So the lineups are better. The shape's better. Now, there's no ifs and buts about it. Pulisic gets by Coufal here in this run of play, as you can see. But look at the amount of West Ham bodies in comparison to the Spurs bodies. We have switched something up in comparison to the games earlier in the season. We are structurally finding our feet in the league. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 West Ham players to 5 Spurs players. Look at that. When you are defensive-minded, if you are a tactical person, you're looking at that lineup and you're thinking, brilliant, good, that's what we want. Players on the back foot, players on the front foot, all marking each other. It is really good. So that's a confidence thing. That's something that I think that West Ham are slowly but surely getting better at when the season obviously comes into play. And now I'm bringing on my baldy friend, Matt. How you doing, my man? You all right?
Yeah. Not got rid of the hair. It's getting too long. It's gone. Yeah. No, I was saying to Ross earlier, it's just weird. Like, it's a Saturday. I'm not used to.
We're not.
When you put in the chat, like, you've got this time, I was like, wait, what? It's a Saturday. We don't play on Saturdays.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Positive team, though. Like,
well, yeah, I'm just kind of going through some of the changes, Matt. I've already done Benny. I think what we're seeing from Benny and how difference it's making. I'm actually showing everyone, what it's like when West Ham defend as a unit. As you can see here, clearly from the image, you look at 8 West Ham players there, compared to Tottenham's 5. The urgency to get back, the urgency to work collectively as a unit. It's really, really nice to see. Here's another example of West Ham going forward with the ball here. You can actually see, you've got a lot of Tottenham players there, 2, 4, 6, 8. However, you've got more than ever, you've got West Ham pressing further forward up the field. Now, this is before Paqueta comes on the field here, but we've got, look at Tommy Soucek at the bottom left-hand side of your screen and Declan Rice. The confidence in this particular game is that the two of them have gone further afield. It actually led to Declan Rice moving forward for the half volley that put a bit of pressure on Lloris. It was saved, of course, but the difference is that Tommy Soucek then went to sit back to allow Declan Rice to move forward. So there's a little bit of a better understanding there between the two of them as well. And I think this is another thing that we need to be mindful of is for this game moving forward, Matt. We said it before. Brighton, I'll keep bringing the stat up to you. West Ham, Tommy Soucek and Declan Rice lost the ball 32 times between them, but against Tottenham they lost it 11 times. Possession lost. That's a big positive,
it's a massive difference. Because it means you're having such a high turnover of possession.
Absolutely, mate.
And it's hard to build any sort of attacking pressure if you're continually giving the ball away.
Yeah.
It leaves you on the back foot all the time. So it's going to build it. It's going to build it. And also, I don't know if it's a tactical thing, but I made a comment the other day. It does seem that, like, in the first 3 games, we continued with this, both Rice and Soucek bombing up box to box whole time, whereas it does seem like since the Brighton loss, especially you could notice it the Villa and the Tottenham game, that Rice is still sitting now deeper than Soucek. Like, even that position there, Rice seems to be the one that's further back. Whether we've pushed up as a whole team, Rice still seems to be the one, and he's letting Soucek further. I wonder if Moyes has just had a word with Rice again and gone, look, we tried your way, it's not worked. We need to go back to this, because that's what's working for everyone, including yourself. And it does seem more noticeable. Yeah,
I think it's absolutely completely noticeable here. Something else I'm going to bring up to you, though, is again a bit more progressive style of football from West Ham. Look at Antonio's positioning, really good. You've got Jared Bowen running through the middle trying to support him. Yes, Tottenham are bundling up players, but the benefit is they're bundling up players. They weren't keeping an eye on them. Soufal's getting forward. I thought Soufal had a fantastic game against Spurs, and this is what we need to utilise today is, okay, he's maybe not got the pace to get back, but the one player that does have the pace to get back is Kira. So if we can afford to allow Soufal to get further forwards, look at him. He's made the overlapping run, and he's got no one marking him. However, we can't really fault for Antonio for this moment, because this is the shot that he took from outside the box, and it hit the post, and it went wide. So it was very unfortunate, but the positive was that when we were progressively going forward, we were finding holes in their defence, and I think we can do that again today. Soufal, Matt, an equally important game for him and an equally important game for that style of play, as long as we know he's lost that little bit of pace to get back. I'll show you something in a minute that shows you that he's lost that pace, but how important is it about maximising what he can do and get the crosses into the box?
Our style of play, if you watch like the build up for games, they do this weird one where they're like, I don't know if it's who's doing the training, plays it into Rice or Soucek, and they do spread it wide, that big raking arching diagonal out to the fullback, then whip it in. And a big part of our play is getting wide and getting balls in for runners in the box. Obviously, as you saw maybe in the Villa and the Tottenham game, we worked on getting more players into the box to have men competing, because there's no point with going wide and whipping the ball in if there's no one in there. But equally, you need the fullbacks to get up and down to do it, because if you just leave the winger on its own, be it Soufal, be it Bowen, if Bowen's out there on his own, most teams will play with 2 wide players on each side. Very few teams play like Villa, who play that diamond midfield, so it's quite narrow midfield. Whether it's like Tottenham with wing backs and wingers, or just left backs and left mid sort of thing. So if you don't have that athletic, energetic fullback, you are going to struggle. Unless you've got someone like a Creswell, has on average an exceedingly very good delivery, so he can deliver it from deep and doesn't need to bomb on. You know, with Bowen, and if Soufal gets up and down with the energy he's got, you can create overlaps, underlaps, positions to get crosses in, and then you need that delivery from someone good. You know, no offence, but if we had Fredericks, would he be able to get past the fullback more with the pace that he did possess? Yes. But his final ball was awful. There's no point having an exceedingly quick fullback. They don't have the ability to get the cross in.
Yeah.
But equally, like I said with Creswell, he doesn't have the pace, but he has the ability to stick from deep and deliver it. But
yeah,
Moyes has made it a very fundamental point of our game to get the crosses in and then have like the centre forward occupy some players and then have late runners to join in and make them runs that he can't be picked up like Souček likes doing.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. People are asking for the subs bench, Matt. Can you just go through the subs bench for everyone, please?
Oh, me and Russ spoke about this. I'm slightly annoyed. Purely because, yet again, we've got 2 keepers on the bench and we haven't filled the bench out. Like, that's what... We're not playing away from home. We are away from home, but we're playing in London. Surely they could have got 1 or 2 of kids just to sit on the bench.
I'm going to be honest here. Does that really piss you off? Really? I'm not being
annoying. No, it's not like I'm absolutely livid. Like that's disgusting. But it's just like I understand it. If if we're playing at Manchester, and you're like, you know what, let's just leave them to play. It's in London. It's like a 45-minute drive, if that. Like, it shouldn't be that hard to just say, and it's a good experience for the kids. Yeah, we had this whole thing deadline day with Ashby.
Yeah.
Like, and his thing was he wants the playing time, and then he's not on the bench today.
Yeah, I know that, but listen, at the end of the day, right, I mean, if we look at the bench here, people want to know who's on it, so I'll tell you. Ariola's on the bench, Randolph's on the bench, Ogbonna, Coventry, Downs, Lanzini, Cornet, and Benrahma. I'm going to be brutally honest with you all. If we make 5 substitutions, there are 5 substitutions that are there that will be made. And in actual fact, I don't know if you necessarily, I get it, you bring a young one along, it just doesn't offend me, it just doesn't piss me off to the level that pisses other people off, and I'm not saying it's pissing you off, Matt, but
I'm also looking at it from the point of we don't have any like fullbacks on the bench.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's different, isn't it?
So Cornet could fill in at left back.
Yeah.
And I suppose if one of the centre backs goes down, you could, or if Soufal goes down, for instance, you could put Kira out to right back and maybe bring Ogbonna on. But
yeah.
It's for me, it's just like a petty thing. It's like more like, we'll just, obviously you've got Downs and Coventry are the 2 young, quote unquote youngsters. Yeah. But then neither of them are particularly young now. They're like 23. So what they call them youngsters. But there's space there, I suppose. But the space, it's just like an annoying thing for me that it's just like, why do you, especially when he hasn't filled the bench out, there's still space available.
Yeah.
So he could have put 1 kid on the bench if he wanted to go with the first team and the 2 goalkeepers.
Yep. Now, listen, I'm going to come back onto a little bit of tactical analysis here from the game against Spurs. This is when Spurs are on a counter attack, and I think, great. We've got loads of bodies forward here. One little error I think we're making here is the back post. You can see the player running in on the edge of the box. We're fortunate enough to get away with this because I think that we're forcing Spurs to play that ball. So really the player that comes and collects that ball needs to play an unbelievable ball over the top of Souček, Rice to the back post, and they've not cleverly thought like that. But I think this moment actually then leads to the I hope I've actually got it. Yeah, it does. Sorry. This actually leads to the goal. So the point I'm trying to bring up here is if you look at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you've got Vladimir Soufal, and who's that running into the box? Is that Kane? No, it's not Kane.
Alongside him, I think it might be Kane. It looks like number 10.
So, and then you've got Kira marking Son, and you've got Zuma, being in the right position. Yeah, absolutely.
Basically like marking in their post. Yeah.
Yeah. So then when I bring up this image, this is the biggest thing that Soufal has lost in his game. It's just that urgency with pace. Because look at the positioning of Soufal. He's ahead of the player, and look how far he's ahead of the player. And you can't really blame Kira for being in that position to do what he's doing. He had to get something on it 100%, because if he didn't, someone's there to tap it in. But I think the difference is Soufal should never allow the player to get in front of him.
I think he got caught forward. If you go back a screen again, like Soufal's thinking, I'm marking Kane, right?
Yeah.
Is that Bowen in the middle of the D? Is that
no,
Bowen?
that's Souček.
So where's Bowen?
Yeah, he's not there.
because that's Bowen's man.
Yeah.
You have to. The midfielder has to double up with a fullback.
Yeah.
So Stufal hasn't. And then again, like even in that set of the screen, where's Bowen?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So I mean, yeah. Equally, Stufal's taken his eyes off Son because he's thinking about Kane. And yes, once they got to that position that Kane then went wide because he overlapped the outside of Kulusevski, that is then a lack of spatial awareness and reassessment by Stufal because he hasn't looked around. Okay, my man's now gone. He's over on that side. I can't mark him anymore. And maybe if he does reassess his season, and maybe he can try and get his body in between and block him. Mm-hmm. But there's about 40 yards of pitch there, and Bowie's not in the screen.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was down injured or if he's lagging back, but that's and that's kind of the reason why I understood today that it's Fornals and not Benrahma, because Fornals will give you that. He will give you that tracking back and extra support that the winger needs to do.
And this is why I like bringing these screenshots up, because it's fine that we're talking about it, but we can physically from the clean naked eye see where maybe we're lacking in some of the areas. So Bowen, I think going forward is getting better, but we're then lacking a little bit of his ability for dropping back, which is what he was doing a lot of last year. I'm going to move on to another kind of tactical area for us to look at, and this is West Ham playing the high press. Forcing. Sorry, that's the wrong one there. Forcing Tottenham to play at the back. You can see Jared Bowen. This is the positive from Jared Bowen, is he's putting high press on the Tottenham defence, and that leads to Lloris clearing the ball out for a throw-in, and West Ham. There you go. Look, pressure. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see 6 West Ham players in a progressive position. Fornals running in at the back post. Benrahma through there in the middle. Bowen, Antonio, and Souček, and with Antonio making that unbelievable assist for a progressive running Tommy Souček.
You know what the funny thing is about that situation? You can't see it from the flat screen. Someone, obviously, who's watching it at home on day pointed it out that when that ball goes out for a throw-in, as he'd been doing for the first 10 minutes of the second half, Højbjerg stops, does something to his boot, and starts arguing with the referee.
Yeah, he does. He does, yeah.
And then if you go back to that screen, you can see that Højbjerg is nowhere near. Like, Højbjerg now, I think he's only just getting, he's now like 4 or 5 yards behind Souček. So he's like on the edge of the D for Tottenham, and Souček's making a run inside. He's not going to catch up to him because look, they're both mobile, but neither of them are lightning quick. They're probably, I'd say, maybe equally matched in pace. Yeah. Souček and Højbjerg. So he was never going to catch him, but because he spent so much time arguing, rather than, as they say as a kid, just play to the whistle. But yeah, you're right. If you look at that, it's because we pushed on with this massive high pressing. You've got 6 West Ham players forward there.
Yeah.
But because we've committed the guys forward, and this is what I kept moaning about the first couple of games, that when we were pressing, it was only like 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
There was little to no point pressing in a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Because unless you get that 1 in a million luck where you manage to get the ball, they're just going to pass around you. If you go there, we've got 6 players pressing. Tottenham had almost 7 players back in their own box.
Yeah.
Because how many we picked forward. So when they counter attack, they've only got, I guess, Son.
I'll talk about that in a second. But you're right; they do have 7 players back, but they're so unorganised, and there's a mixture of the reason why they're so unorganised. I actually put that down to West Ham's forward thinking. Like when our players are thinking and playing to the highest of their ability, the creativity in this team can cause any opposition team problems. But in answer to your question, just what you said there, here you go. This is the example. From the same movement, Tottenham made a counter-attack. And look at the energy of the West Ham team. So to counter your point as well, we've got 6 players forward in that screen from the same level. After they've scored the goal, when Tottenham break forwards, look at the players we've got back.
But they've only committed 3. This is what I'm
saying.
They've
only
about.
Committed
this is
3.
The reward. Yeah. The reward for the effort we're putting in is that when we committed forward, yes, we probably were leggy at the end of it and people probably knackered, but we had 6 players forward and then they just committed on the counter and left the midfielders gone, let the front 3 try and do something.
Yeah.
But you've got Rice and Souček sprinting back. You've got the centre backs. You've got the full backs, and
well, the other thing though about this particular point that we're making here about this West Ham that we saw against Spurs is that we saw the running. Like, I can imagine the running stats must have been up there again with what we had last season, because we had players back and forth, non-stop, relentlessly in the game against Spurs. And slowly but surely, we've seen it getting better since the Brighton game. So against Aston Villa, it was a little bit better. Against Spurs, it was a little bit better. And fingers crossed, we can continue that today. But this particular screen is unbelievable for me, because we've got the men back, and this is the difference between Fornals. Watch the progressive football that West Ham play. We've won the ball from this tackle from Fornals. He's driving forward. Look at all our players going at it. You've got Paqueta in the middle. You've got Antonio there. You've got Bowen running from the right. You've got Rice making the overlapping run. This is just before, as you can see in the bottom there, Richarlison coming on the field. And it's a much better urgency in going forward, Matt.
Which is what we needed, and that's one of the big things we've all called out the lack of in the first couple of games has been that. It's almost, you know what? It's almost like, I don't know. Did we overtrain in pre-season? Or did we not do enough training? It's almost like, because I know they said about, you know, they were doing double and triple sessions at times in pre-season. I was like, your mother. Maybe Moyes overdone it. Maybe they didn't do enough. But it's almost like it's taken a month of playing Premier League games for the team to like get up to scratch. To like get, you know, like you say when a player comes back from injury, like, oh yeah, he might be physically fit, but he's not match fit. He's not gelled and stuff. And each game we played, there was little bits you could see where stuff was working out. Like even like the Brighton game, the first 5 minutes stuff worked, and then we just switched off. Forest, we were doing everything going forward, but defensively switching off. We were lacking that final ball, and it's like it's taken like 4 or 5 games of playing to get back into what you'd call the way Moyes wants to play.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, I want to show you the kind of next part of this bit of play. Obviously, we're driving forward. Paqueta, he's in front of the midfielder. You can find him. He's finding a bit of space. We do progress forward. Rice brings the ball back. It goes out wide. But then look, this is what I think we're going to have with a player like Paqueta. His forward thinking. He's in the box. He's on the turn. You know, he's on his toes. Yeah, I think he actually plays in Emerson here, who's obviously going to play a lot further forwards. And then there's that kind of connection that they had when they were at Lyon. You know, they find a bit of space. Paqueta actually plays the ball right in front of Emerson here. I think this led to the chance that Bowen had where it went across goal. I think Paqueta plays the ball. Emerson tries to shoot, takes a deflection. Augie tries to shoot, takes a wild deflection, and it finds its way in front of Bowen, who hits the ball across the goal. But I don't know if you've already mentioned him, but what's your thoughts today, though, on Paqueta starting, mate?
Me and Russ said, and I said that, you know, people were saying, oh, you know, Paqueta started, but they dropped Ben Rama. I think for the moment it will be like, I think the guy that's basically been pushed out of the team at the moment entirely is Lanzini. But, you know, last year we were sitting there, and quite often we've done previews, we said, oh, is it going to be Lanzini or is it going to be Rama for that middle position?
Yeah.
I think at the moment it's now the case of Ben Rama or Paqueta.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, because I said that, and I did say to Russ earlier, that Ben Rama has been the best player so far this season. But then again, the rest of the team has been crap, let's be honest. We haven't, you know, it's picked up the last 2 games, but before that,
absolutely picked up the last couple of games, yeah.
Start. It's been an awful start to the season. But Ben Rama doesn't seem to have, and this is, Moyes has been trying to work on this for about 18 months, 2 years. Ben Rama doesn't have a 6 out of 10 game.
Yep.
He doesn't know what a 6 out of 10 game is. He either has like an 8 out of 10 or upwards. He has an amazing game, or he has like a 4 or 5 and just like stinks the place out. He can't retain possession. And he played him there against Tottenham, and again, he's done some good things. He's done some bad things. He was progressive in some ways, but in some ways he gave the ball away and made poor passes.
Yeah.
You can't buy, and for all Moyes says about slow, you can't buy a £50 million player and not start. Moyes is never going to buy a £50 million player and not start. So automatically you think, right, well, that's Paqueta's position now. Paqueta's playing there. So then you go to the left wing. Do you want to play Benrahma or Fornals or Cornet? I personally would like to see Cornet there at some point. I think the pace he offers. But again, maybe tactically, Moyes has gone, well, if they're going to play like this, it looks like a 3-5-2. I guess maybe Aspilicueta will play on the right-hand side of it. So you might expect him or Fafana playing that side to get forward. Obviously, Reece James is playing out there. And I no doubt Pulisic or Sterling will take it and start drifting out there as well. So maybe Moyes has looked at it and gone, we're going to need a more well-drilled, solid, consistent, committed, defensive or more defensive-minded winger.
Yeah.
Is not Benrahma.
Yeah. Right, listen, give me 2 seconds. With literally like 12 minutes to go till kickoff, put your score predictions in the chat whilst we are speaking. So put your score predictions in the chat just now. Yeah, so much to consider today. I know you've obviously went through the Chelsea team, Conor Gallagher back in the Chelsea side. You know, a player that I know in the comments, and I mentioned it just before you came back on, I think we really need to watch and just keep an eye on today, because we know that he is capable of doing what he needs to do. But I'm going to go through some of the comments in the chat, because we've not gone through them for a while as well. Souček has the best running stats in the league, almost. Don't doubt it for a second. Give Antonio and Paqueta a free roll. Samba football from Apache. Souček does do the legwork of 10 men. Adam Cook is saying we need to start strong at Chelsea. We'll start strong after a loss mid-week. Brooke Dev Bonds is saying confident of a win today, albeit a close one. Daniela Stewart's given us a result of the Liverpool Everton game, 0-0. Artel saying, when's Cornet going to start again? I've started him over Fornals. You know what? Looking at the bench today, depends on what's happening. I could see Cornet getting some game time today. I really could.
I said the same last week. I think he could be, especially with Scamacca not in the team, like in the squad. So, like, if you want Antonio to do that hard running again,
yeah.
Cornet did play up front for Burnley last season. He's played up front, so he is an option to come off the bench for Antonio. Maybe that's what Moyes is thinking in that sense, because I would like to see him start. But as we proved last year, you can't rely on Antonio every game for 90 minutes, because he will just be lack of budget to see. Maybe it's more a tactical longevity thing. Yeah. But we got 3 games in a week anyway, so I'm sure Cornet will probably start on Thursday.
Yep. No, you're right, mate. You are right. Cornet will sub off Antonio today. Cornet may start on Thursday. I'm sure he is looking for a club. I don't know who that is in reference to. These comments are a little while ago as well. Need the win, the confidence, then we can push on and get that top 6, which the players will love, and it's all about the confidence. Mini budget meals. Fornals has been class. Antonio is our problem at the moment. Walking football 80% of the time. Don't agree with you. Not especially over the last couple of games. I actually think he has. I think his performance against Spurs was a performance that highlighted why West Ham brought in support, but to the benefit of Antonio, because he was rested and he was chasing down the balls. He was bridging the gap between the defence and the goalkeeper in the opposition. He was pressing and he was getting the ball. He was doing all his strong work. His mind was on, the goal. And when he had that chance, I mean, how often do you see Antonio come to the 18-yard box and shoot from distance and hit the target? Let's be brutally honest here. And so there's a progressive style of play there. So I'm all right. I'm all right with Antonio just now. Anyway, Brooke Dev Bonds is 2-1 West Ham. Toby's telling you to behave, budget boy. He says Antonio was class on Wednesday and Scamacca is ill. Daniela Stewart says Fornals is a lot better than some of you think. I thought the second half he was one of our best players. I concur. Completely agree with you. Alan Dunn's in the house, even from Australia. Gents, looking forward to this one. It's a midnight game for us here in the East, so not late for a change. Thank you for joining us, Alan, as well. Daniel Simpkins. Antonio's been good, just no goals. That's why I think in future stick him out left and play Scamacca as a striker. They're not losing anything, and that will get goals. Absolutely. Jim Ferguson says, "Oh, thank you so much for the donation. If Bowen spends the first half on his arse again, he should be off." I think if there was any player we had to have a player that had room for improvement in the squad, he's the one. He's the one. It's not that we're picking on him. It's just the room for improvement. We've gone through the tactics to show why we would do that.
When Paqueta was on the bench, when he was coming off, there was that big roar when he pulled off the frame shot and started running to the bench. In my head, I was going, he should have been coming on for Bowen. But I still thought Bowen is maybe the most out of form player this year. I know he scored that brilliant goal in the Europa League, but that's one of very few things he's really like. His offensive pressing's been good, but actually in the attacking sense, like you could tell in that Villa chance when he was like through 1-on-1 and he cut inside to get on his left foot, how out of confidence he is. And I thought at the time when Paqueta come on, he'd come on for Bowen, but then I also knew that there was no way. Like he seems to be in. He's gone full 180 from the start when he first came in. When Moyes first brought him in, and he was like guaranteed to be he went like a whole. Was it like he almost went like a whole season? When he was the guy that come off every game, no matter what was going on, Bowen was always.
Yeah,
the
he
sub.
was. Yeah.
And now it's like flip 180 where he's the guy that won't get subbed.
Yeah, and Benny does.
He should be. Yeah.
Let me jump through the comments though. Mandy's saying 1 each. Brooke Dev saying 2-1. Toby saying 3-1 West Ham, but a close 3-1. Scott is saying Antonio has been playing his best since January in the last 2 games. Still not even close to Skamaka by a country mile, but much improved. Matt has a number 3 cut. Stanley Venables is saying 2-1 West Ham. Adam Cook is saying Fornals' class, always looking for the through ball and never stops running. James Bong 2-0 West Ham. Scott is saying 2-0 West Ham. Kira and Antonio. Kira would deserve that, absolutely. 2-1 West Ham from Artel. 2-0 from Adam Cook. Scott is saying him playing give and goals with Paqueta will be fun to watch. Freno is saying looking for a win today. 2-1 from us, if not 3-1. Even very optimistic. Stanley says I would sub on Corney later in the game personally. Another Antonio Magic assist from Brooke Dev. Daniela is saying I think Fornals and Paqueta be on the same wavelength, better than Paqueta and Benny. Jordan is saying hi, all buzzing for today. Stanley, if we win this game, we'll be joined 10th with Chelsea. Come on, you Irons. There's the incentive there. Hopefully Emerson and Paqueta will be on the same wavelength. Could be very fun to watch. Yep, Adam Cook is saying, let's see how Bowen and his teams seem to be kicking a lot after last year and they're worried about him. Do you know what, Adam? You're right, mate. As much as we're sitting here saying he's got room for improvement, he was kicked off the park against Spurs. And he was, Matt. He was absolutely, several occasions, I thought the refereeing was terrible in terms of looking out for the player care for Bowen. There was people swiping his feet away from himself and you know, physically they'd done a job on him, but there was several bookings that should have been handed out on Jared Bowen for that game as well. Adam Cook, you're asking who was on the bench, who did you miss? So the bench is as follows. You've got Areola sitting on the bench with Darren Randolph, Ogbonna, Coventry, Downs, Lanzini, Corney, and Ben Rama. That is your West Ham bench for today. Alan Dunn is saying 3-1 West Ham. Bowen will turn up today from Mandy G. Daniel Simpkins says, pains me to say this, but I don't know if that's Creswell you're trying to say is gone. He's really struggled against Spurs. I think he's going to score a few today and lost at back at the moment 3-2. I think we're going to score a few today and lose a few at the back at the moment 3-2. No youngsters on the bench. And I know that's one of the biggest gripes that Matt's got as well. Adam Cook is saying
it's not just having kids. I'm not saying like every week we should have kids on the bench for the sake of having kids on the bench. But when there's spaces on the bench that haven't been fit, like even if you had one kid on the bench and still kept the 2 goalkeepers, if you want 2 goalkeepers on the bench, fine. But you might, if you have an allocation of 9 spaces on the bench, you might as well fill out the bench. That's for me. So it's like you could have just put a kid on the bench just to fill the bench out, nothing else.
Yeah. No, I get that 100%. Matt, I mean, I've gone through some of the predictions, so if you are just joining us and you are new around here, please make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you do hit the thumbs up, of course, as well. And if you're interested in becoming a channel member, then you can also click on the membership. We are about to give you the running commentary of the game coming up. See v West Ham. Unfortunately, can't show the game. It's disappointing. I know. We wish we could, but we can't. So bear with us for that.
I think Happy Amaret
what are we
said
going to
there
say,
may
Matt?
be some sort of links up in the Discord. They were going to sort some
Discord,
stuff
yep,
out.
yep. So
if anyone
yep.
is trying to find one, go into the Discord and you might be able to get sorted out.
Yep, absolutely. And of course, Matt, I haven't gone to you yet, but what is your predictions, mate, for the game
Ross
against
asked me
Chelsea?
earlier. I reckon it's 2-1. I'm going for a win.
Okay.
Ross called it
Copied
Desmond.
me, mate.
Ross went for a 2-2. I'm going for 2-1.
He did. He did, mate. Can you just go through the bottom comments for me, please, if that's all right, while I just get this set up? It's the bottom, like, 4 or 5.
Got any twins are playing this weekend? Yeah, I know they are, but is it really like we could have took one? I'm not saying take the whole under 21 bench out to put them on the bench for us. It's just one spot. There's one spot free that hasn't been used, so you could have pulled one player out. Benny will start midweek. Yeah, well, I think you could see probably a lot of the players on the bench will probably start. You know, could quite conceivably see a three behind the striker of Benny, Lanzini, and Cornet in the week because they're all three of them are on the bench today. Benny's. I don't think Moyes is against him. I think it's a problem. The case is that if you go back to the Tottenham game, where did Benny play? Benny played in number 10. Sorry, Benny and Paqueta aren't on the same level. So if Moyes thinks Paqueta's ready to go, he's not going to not play him. Exactly. That's what there's 2 games a week. Don't forget, people. I think we've got 9 games this month. It's 2 games a week. No, it's 2 games a week. For the next 3 weeks, then there's a week gap, and then we've got 2 weeks. So we're still playing. Like I think 5-6 games in the next 2 weeks. Everyone's going to get playing time.
Yep,
and it's about rotating it round before we go to the international break.
Just getting everything set up, Matt. We're literally waiting for
away from kickoff.
Where do you want an ascent, Matt? Where do you want an ascent on your phone?
Yeah,
I know you can, but I'm just intrigued to see if we can sync up properly. Right, it's coming to you now. There you go. That's with you. I'll send it there. And we're just getting ourselves ready for the kickoff. We will be ever so slightly delayed in comparison to if you're watching it, because there's also a delay from YouTube coming out to you. So if you are watching, then there will be an ever so slight delay. So if you want to sync up with us, you can. We'll tell you when the game starts. We will then tell you the time that we're on, and then you can sync up where necessary from there as well. Let me just get the background all sorted for you all. Just getting our So I'm kicked off.
Yep.
What are you on?
17, 18.
All right,
19.
so I'm ahead.
It's all right, I don't mind. So, what about that? What we're talking about? What about that Celtic Rangers game?
I don't know, what was the score?
Celtic won 4-0.
4-0. I'm not being horrible to anyone. I couldn't care less, if I'm being honest.
I just saw the score come up earlier, and I thought, "Oh, normally it's like a feisty affair." And I thought normally it's like a very good game, and I was quite surprised when I flicked it on after like half an hour and Celtic 3-0 up.
Yep.
And of course, Liverpool drew with Everton, which was a good game to be fair. I was watching it in the background. Chances at either end. Liverpool should have finished with 10 men, but it's Liverpool, so Van Dijk should have had a straight red. Literally ankle high tackle straight through Onana, and that gave nothing.
And done nothing. West Ham now on a throw in down the right hand side, starting on the front foot. Souček plays the ball back to Sefal, plays it early, tries to find Antonio, but it's cleared out from the Chelsea defender. Chelsea now on the attack down the left hand side. Cucurullo tries to play on Jorginho, but it's cleared out from Sefal. We are on 1 minute and 38 seconds.
I'm sure we'll probably see a much better performance from a Conor Gallagher today. I'm sure he's not going to be as naive as he was in the game against, was it Leicester last weekend?
Yeah, two quick
When he picked up
yellow
like
cards in succession.
two silly
Oh,
bookings.
Sterling's gone by. Two players from West Ham run through the middle. Tries to play. Oh, brilliant interception there from Declan Rice, who's driving forward over the halfway line for the ball. West Ham have got bodies forwards. It's out on the left with Antonio, but he's intercepted from Fofana. And then Chelsea start to build from the back again.
Yeah, he's going to struggle if he thinks that's going to be a easily employable plan, Antonio, to just knock it past Fofana and run.
Chelsea just patiently playing the ball there. Bowen, Paqueta and Antonio in the Chelsea half. As soon as they start to play the ball forward, West Ham start to put the press on. Emerson, there we go again. I like that high press. It really does suit our style of play there. But we do have to be mindful of the fact that they do have quick players. Raheem Sterling, of course, is capable of
both up front. Yeah, so
Jared Bowen intercepts the ball. Unfortunately, it goes a bit wild and goes all the way back towards West Ham and goes out for a throw-in in our own half for Chelsea. Chelsea now on the ball, play the ball through the middle, back to the defence on the halfway line. West Ham just sit a little bit deep in that role there. Conor Gallagher's got a bit of space out on the right-hand side. He plays the ball out further right. Good tackle there from, was that Fornals? Now, it does look like in the first 3 minutes we are sitting a bit deep.
Well, I mean, in fairness, Chelsea want you to push up. You can see the way they've set up. You know, they've got Cucurella and Reece James as very wide attacking fullbacks, and it is a 3-5-2. And then the only other option they've got is Sterling and Pulisic to try and run in behind. If you sit deep and there's no space to run in behind, then you've got to force them to try and do something else.
Yep. Well, we've just forced them to play a long ball and it's gone out for a West Ham throw-in. So what that kind of shows you is that there was just no options there at all for Chelsea to play the ball through, and we forced them with the long ball and made the error. Safal's gone big, up and under, let Antonio chase it. Good tracking back there from West Ham, and it's forced them into an error and given us a throw-in deep in their half. 4 minutes, 30 seconds if you are watching. 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Kira plays the ball back to Zuma. Plays it out wide. Emerson drives forward, plays in Antonio, who's dropped deep, but he's dispossessed, and Chelsea have the ball back now in their defence. Chelsea keeper, Matt, I mean, you can see Moyes saying to the lads, try and test him if you want to. You there, Matt? Earth to Matt?
Yeah, I'm just... He's a weird one.
This is what I saw.
I was just debating, like, I really like him, but he makes some stupid mistakes. Like, when he first come in, he was a very, very good goalkeeper. Like, he was getting lots and lots of praise and this and that. But we've seen recently, you know, if you go back to the game we played last year with that Masuaku goal, it was a really poor mistake. The header. I saw if Masuaku's like cross ended up going in. And was it what game was it recently? Was it the Southampton game, or he basically got tackled, didn't he? And they walked the ball into the back of the net. I can't remember what game that was. And obviously even made a mistake at the home game last year as well, when was it Bowen picked his pocket and gave away the penalty for us. He can be a very good shot stopper, but he can also, under pressure, make some very stupid mistakes.
Yeah, Chelsea now trying to play the ball through the middle. West Ham have done well to collect the ball away from them. That's good football. Paqueta, he's fouled right in the middle of the park. Referee's not blown up. Conor Gallagher driving forward. West Ham have marked up. Declan Rice putting the pressure on him. He's done well. Paqueta's getting back up, trying to get his foot stuck in. Chelsea still hold on to the possession. Raheem Sterling in a dangerous area for Chelsea, coming down the left-hand side. Plays in Cucurella, goes early for the cross. Cleared from Zuma. big game for him coming back to his old club, innit?
And Emerson, both coming back.
Yeah.
Both players that were disregarded by Chelsea as not
And
being
Rice.
good enough.
Rice,
yeah, but at least Rice was like an academy, and
yeah, still
the academy I get
disregarded.
because it still happens sometimes.
They found a bit of space down the right hand side for Chelsea driving forward, and it goes out for a Chelsea corner. Just two players kind of marked up there, Conor Gallagher, and he did find that little pocket of space in behind.
Is that Fornals and Emerson both committed into the press on the drop back to Gallagher, and he just Rhys James basically just had to stand still. He just stood still, and they both just left.
Corner to Chelsea.
But then, like I said, Rice very well covered it to stop the cross coming in.
Come on, you Irons!
Cucurella to take it.
Cross in, front post, cleared from West Ham. From Pablo. No, it wasn't. It was from Paqueta,
yeah.
I'm not saying Que. Don't worry, Rossi B. I'm not saying Que. I'm saying Ke. Ke.
Paqueta.
Yeah. Paqueta. I got a voice note from Russ. Stop saying Que. Say K.
Yeah, because it's in fairness, it's spelled with a Q, so you're like, oh,
I know, but I was just trying, my point I was trying to make was, if I maybe had an accent, I may say
Russ wasn't having it.
Nah, he really wasn't. I know there's going to be comments. Do you know what? I'll bring the comments up, but I'll put them.
I haven't got the comments
delayed.
I'll delay
them.
Yeah,
that's what I'll do.
Pulisic just dropped deep, pick up the ball, feeding it wide.
GP says he's watching in the reflection of your glasses.
Oh.
Right, Chelsea on the drive-through, but to Suchek. Oh, it's a big tackle from Chelsea. Suchek intercepted the ball. Loftus-Cheek picks up a yellow card very, very quickly. And I said this.
You know what?
But hold on, I said this in the Spurs game when Bissouma picked up that yellow card, and it also works vice versa. If Rice or Suchek get that yellow card early, you just feel like it puts them on edge a little bit. And Loftus-Cheek is that sort of player that always gets his foot stuck in, so it's not a bad thing.
I'm looking at the replay of this even now. It's a bit hard.
Yeah, but it's done.
For me, if that's Rice or Suchek and he's getting booked for that, I'll be sitting there saying, really, ref, like it's not. Bear in mind, they're supposed to be giving more leeway this year rather than the other way round. It seemed like quite a poor decision for the booking. But booking it is. West Ham played on. Tried to play it down the wing and it's got knocked out. Throw in.
We're just coming up to the 10-minute mark. We're a few seconds away from 10 minutes. West Ham played the ball up over the top. Tries to find Antonio. He's broke free. Oh, ref! Oh, it just looked like a shoulder barge. I need to see the replay.
I'm sure he's tried to jump over to win a header that he's nowhere near the ball to get. It looked like on my first watch. I'm about 2 seconds behind you, but it looked like the ball comes over the top. Antonio's.
I just see. I can't see the full connection. I can just see Antonio's arm kind of coming back down. So obviously the ref's done it for a push in the back, but players make the most of that, don't they? Cucurella coming through the middle. They're trying to play a bit of football, but we've done well. However, we've put it into their path. They're coming forward on the left-hand side into the box. Crossed early. Cleared from Zuma. Good clearance from Zuma.
It's unlucky from Soufal there.
Another good clearance from Zuma. That was unfortunate for us because we did break their play down. However, we played their player into the path.
Soufal was stretching, wasn't he? He was stretching to intercept the cut inside, and he has done it. And he ended up playing a brilliant, almost like inch perfect ball into like Pulisic's feet to get away down the wing.
Intercepted from Tommy Suchek. He's done well, and Bowen has been fouled, and the referee's not blowing up. Declan Rice is challenging.
What's the difference?
Oh, it's Paqueta's energy, man. Look at him.
What is the difference between Antonio on Thiago Silva and Kovacic on Bowen? What was the difference? It was a hand in the back.
Mate, but I'll tell you something, though. What about Paqueta's energy?
Oh, he was harrying and chasing down there. No worries about...
I thought it was Rice.
No worries about physicality or fitness or energy from Paqueta.
Driving forward from Raheem Sterling for Chelsea. He's made it somehow into the 18-yard box. Zuma's done well to clear it out for a corner. But literally, Sterling saw a gap and he just went straight. And I think he got through like 3 players and nobody even put a foot in. And fair play to Zuma. He used his strength to kind of marshal off Sterling and just cleared the ball out calmly for a corner. But you've got to get your foot in there in that position because Sterling's that sort of player and he's small steps.
It's the hard one. You either have to try and foul him outside the box, or then you hope a teammate clear it like Zuma did there. Because once he gets full at speed, anyone that makes a touch and doesn't get the ball is going to go straight in the book.
Yeah.
That low sense of gravity.
Chelsea corner cleared from Declan Rice. Big header out. Oh, Jared Bowen on the press. West Ham pressing the defence all the way back to their keeper. Oh, Bowen's put a bit of pressure on him. Cleared from the Chelsea keeper. And Zuma's got a bit of time on the ball. It's just a big up and under at forward. A few of them from both teams today so far.
Yeah, both teams are sort of... I don't know. You'd sit here and think it'd be an interesting midfield battle with West Ham 3 against Chelsea 3. You've got Kovacic, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek. Sorry, no, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, and Gallagher. Against R3, and you think that would be where the game's been played, but it seems to be a case of both teams are trying to gate the midfield.
Matt, everyone wants you to stay still, mate, because they're watching the game off your glasses. Afternoon all.
Yeah, it's weird. Like both teams are basically trying to skip the midfield at the moment, go straight into the strikers.
Good pressing from West Ham down the left-hand side. Putting a bit of pressure on now to Fofana. He's cleared. Declan Rice has won it back. He finds Fornals. He goes for an up and under over the top. But can't chase it down from Antonio. And Andy picks up the ball.
I don't think Antonio was expecting it.
No.
He didn't actually go that far, to be honest. He didn't fall that far from it.
Can Matty get big 43-inch glasses? Mirrored aviators is what he needs. Keep comments coming in. We'll try our best to put them up. However, I am. Got my eyes on the screen. Chelsea on the attack now. Tries a big long ball over to Cucurella and it goes out for a West Ham throw-in. That'll do. Force the error. Moyes will like that. If you shut up shop, they've got no other choice but to go long or play the ball back. And you can see Tuchel, look at him. He's going mental. Force the error.
Not happy. He's not happy. Moyes is having words with Antonio already, so he's not happy about something.
We're on 15:40, 15:40, 15:43, 15:44, 15:45. If anyone is interested.
Oh, mine just died.
Chelsea on the trying to be on attack. They're just patiently keeping hold of the ball. Now they've had to play it back to the centre circle. West Ham patiently sitting back, maybe a little bit too deep, but now West Ham are starting to press against their defenders. Cucurella tries a big ball, but the player's overstretched, does play it back, but he's got the ball back. Tries to play the ball through. Sefal does well. He clears it, but straight to the Chelsea player in the middle of the park. Well done. Good reading of the ball from Sefal. Bit slow in the second ball, so Chelsea have won it back again. Loftus-Cheek. 16:32. What?
A couple of seconds front. I had to reload it. Cracked on the front.
Look. Sterling tries to break through. Chelsea have still got the ball out in the wide right, but they've gone offside.
I'm surprised it's very slow from Chelsea.
I think I need to get a charger because my phone is about to die and that's what I'm using.
Oh no, he's panicking.
It's just coming up the same 10%, but it'll go quick because I'm using a...
He's digging for a charger. So we haven't even taken free kick from the offside yet. Fabianski's pushing everyone up, telling everyone to calm down. No short balls today, apparently.
I'm going to go and get my charger. I'll be back.
That's it.
Fabianski
Get a good one
long. Looking for Antonio, who actually does bring it down. Tackled. Paqueta plays bowing in down the wing. Looks cut back. Cut out by Koulibaly. When else can't control it. Cleared up only as far as Tilo Kira. Sorry, that was Emerson. Back to Rice. Back to Zuma. Rice on the wing. Feeds it again to Emerson, who still stayed forward. Driving really well. Gets to the byline. Can't cut it back and plays it straight to Thiago Silva. And then he's at the Emerson.
Just gives
Fofana. Game management from Fofana there.
Game management indeed.
Emerson done really well. He drove. Went past about 4 players, but his cutback wasn't along the floor. He was jogging back into position. Fofana's seen him, and Fofana just put the brakes on. Of course, Emerson's just running to the back of him. And
contain him.
That alone was promising from Emerson. The speed and ability to drive past players to get to the bar and put a ball out.
Yeah.
Put a ball in the box, sorry. Something we haven't seen from a left back in a long time.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Just somebody just turns and runs. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's the only trait I liked of Masuaku, was he turned and ran. Just was always on the front foot.
For me, it was always like you had the better defender and a better delivery from Creswell.
Yeah.
But like the ability to drive and run and get beyond the fullback was Masuaku's trait. And it seems like Emerson is like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. So
Thiago
Silva's taken the free kick. That's why we had a little chat.
Zuma wins the header. Bowen. Oh, he has done well there, actually.
Oh, almost.
Leaves it. Fornals trying to thread Antonio through.
He did, yeah. It could have gone in. That would have been nice.
Cucurella over the top. Sterling putting pressure on Soufal.
Great defending by Soufal. Walks it out. Is he giving the corner? He's giving the
corner, yeah.
Well, by the looks of Soufal, he gave a corner. No, he wasn't happy with that decision.
It didn't look like it, because it didn't run. It held up.
Oh, he did it. Well, he did. He hit the back of his ankle.
Yeah.
For anyone who wanted the possession, I think someone put in the chat that it's 78% Chelsea. Oh, sorry, it's 76% now. It's just changed. Yeah, so
First corner for Chelsea. West Ham yet to have a corner. Get a corner. Conor Gallagher take.
Yes. He's whipped it in.
Swinger.
And it's basically evaded everyone, really.
Someone got touched, I don't know who. But yeah, Declan Rice picked it up in the left back position. Slow, maraudering run. He's looking for a big switch. Changes his mind. Plays it into Kira.
Unusual pass.
Yeah, I think he felt the pressure of Gallagher and knew that if he got some sort of pass on it to Zuma, that he was.
Yeah, it would have relieved that pressure quite quickly, quite sharpish.
West Ham actually just getting a feel for the ball at the moment, which is
getting some ball
stats. We had,
as I said, the possession stats changed a little bit. It's gone up to 76%.
It would be naive to think that Chelsea wouldn't come out.
It's always going to be the case. It's always going to be the case,
especially after the fact they lost Southampton in midweek.
Yeah, they need to get the feel of the ball, get playing straight away.
So it's always going to be a case of trying to survive the first 20 to 30 minutes for West Ham.
Yeah.
And then maybe build into the game.
Yeah.
Like get a foothold and then go from there.
So 21 and a half. Yeah, 21 and a half minutes gone. No shots either side. 3 corners to Chelsea. No, 3-1 corner to Chelsea. No, 3 corners to Chelsea. They've had a few already.
There's going to be some very annoyed Leicester fans at the moment because he looks like he's seamlessly dropped into their back three for Fana.
Yeah. I mean, funny for how much they paid him. You
70
assume,
plus.
yeah, exactly. You assume there's going to be a little bit of he's ready to.
No, you know what I mean? Like, there's not even like, doesn't look like he needs time to gel. Like, he just looks like he's already like he looks like he's been in that Chelsea back three for like a year already.
Yeah.
He's been there a couple of days. And bear in mind, in that couple of days, he flew to America and back. Because I got a Leicester mate on Twitter, and he was saying that they flew him to America to do his medical.
Why America? It's a strange.
They've got American owners.
Yes,
and he had a I don't know what the injury was he had before. What was the one he was out with for a year? Was that an ACL? Fofana. He basically missed the entire of last season, and only came back near the end of the season.
Yeah, he was out for basically that they were resting all their hopes on him. Yeah, they were resting all their hopes on him, weren't they? And then he got injured
because he had the ACL. He was out for so long. They're like, oh, that can be a risky thingy. We want our best, because you know all the best doctors in the world apparently live in America. You couldn't find the best doctor in the world anywhere. Ball whipped in from Reece James. I mean, 15 yards in the air maybe. Like, it was over the height of the crossbar.
Wasn't very good.
It's gone out on the far side. Just a good little bit of play. Trying to pull off the back Emerson. He made a bit of space. Whips it in. One touch on the chest, whips it in. But, I mean, I'm not being funny. If they had Brozier up front, he wouldn't have reached that. Yeah, they sent him off to America for his medical. So, that's what I mean. Like, he's done 2 days travelling the last, like, from what, Wednesday? I think they signed him Wednesday. So, like, between Tuesday and Thursday, he's done, like, a couple of 1,000 miles of travelling, you know. I think the owners are on the East Coast. It's only like a 6-hour flight, but that's still like 12 hours of travelling.
Yeah, I know, it's just the travel as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, like, so he's only done like what, maybe a day or two training with Chelsea.
And he's sort of it's a bit like, I mean, it's a bit like Paqueta, you know. The way he sort of like turned up and having not even trained, and he played 30 minutes. Like, that's it, like, he just, you know, good players can do that, can't they? They can adjust very, very quickly.
Koulibaly coming towards the halfway line into cheek, looking long for Sterling. Brilliant header from Kira.
Yeah.
Soufal with clearance, charged down by Cucurella in front of the West Ham fans. The West Ham goal kick.
He is a good player, isn't that Kira? He seems so. He doesn't seem to just seems so composed on the ball, and he just like Tottenham game when, like, you know, he went toe to toe with pace with Son. You know, you don't expect we never expect that from our centre backs. Do you know what I mean? Being able to like just be like very quick, and I think isn't he one of the quickest players in the German national side? I think over 100 meters or something ridiculous like that.
Kira's taking the goal kick into Antonio, but Antonio couldn't control it, and he got his pocket kicked by Thiago Silva, twice come forward again. Antonio with the foul there, rescuing it. Yeah, of course it is. Of
course it is. Of course it is.
In fairness, when they had the opportunity earlier and that ball come over the top, I wasn't sure about the foul on Thiago Silva. Whereas that one there, he quite literally put 2 hands in the back of Loftus Cheek. And then I think Kovacic got his pocket picked by Bowen, so I'm assuming he blew up for the first foul on Loftus Cheek from Antonio. Which, of course, Antonio was livid with. Never.
Of course.
You can't put your hands on someone anymore in this game. You can't do it.
Game's gone. Innit? You can't sort of.
Two hands in the lower back. Yeah, I don't think that would ever be allowed anyway. Not unless you're both in the air trying to compete for a header or something.
I tell you what, it's exciting across the whole Premier League at the moment. There is one goal.
Oh, there's one goal. He scored.
No, there's not one goal.
Oh, there's not one goal.
Everything's 0-0.
He scored a goal. Yeah.
Everton finished 0-0. Brentford Leeds 0-0. Newcastle Palace 0-0. Forest Bournemouth 0-0. Spurs Fulham 0-0.
Deal with it. Zuma just went up and under to clear it. Chelsea win the second ball on the halfway line. Souček wins it back though, and Soufal to Souček. Souček he's tried to win a throw in off Cucurella. It's broke away to Loftus Cheek. Rice is holding him up. He's gone back wide to Cucurella into Sterling. Sterling 9 up Souček. Wide to Cucurella. Whips it in. Teed up and out by Declan Rice.
Yep.
Back to Loftus Cheek. Fafana's all the way forward, looking at a shot, closed down by Rice. Reece James on the ball, squaring up Emerson. Skipped by
Oof.
Emerson. All the way into 6-yard box. No one touches it. Kira sort of clears it the first time as he's falling over after it's been for about 10 bodies.
That was very similar position to the own goal on Wednesday.
10 players in front of him, everyone misses it. He gets the touch on it, pulls it out, but it hits.
It hit someone, I think, probably on these kick out. It was in the corridor of uncertainty.
Comes back to that Pulisic.
Yeah.
Drop deep.
And then it hit again.
It
hit Rice, I think. Yeah, something like that. Another corner to Chelsea.
He still had a swipe at it though. Kira missed it. And everyone was scrambling. It's sort of no one had an idea where that ball was going. Is it bowled out?
Conor Gallagher with the corner.
Sorry. Gallagher whips it in. And I think Thiago Silva.
I think it took a West Ham hit because another corner.
Camera zooming in on Koulibaly, so maybe he was the one that was competing for it, but referee's giving another corner. Corner out on the far side this time. So it will be maybe Cucurella to take it, if they want the in-swinger again. There is some sort of VAR call going on at Brentford Leeds.
Oh, there you go.
But I haven't got the sound on, so I have no idea what. I've got Sky Sports on my iPad, and they've got the female commentator who's played for Arsenal on the panel.
Yeah.
She's talking about the game. It's got Brentford 0 Leeds 0. It just says VAR. So something's going on in that game. No idea what.
And out for a West Ham goal. Kick.
That's quite a poor ball in the end. Stu Fowles. Not happy about something, though.
He's probably still moaning about the corner.
Tuchel's not moaning as much as he was earlier.
It's a Brentford check. It's a Brentford check on a penalty.
Stu Fowles tries to play it out from the back straight to Cucurella, West Ham. Big long throw from Sufal into the middle of the pitch to Paqueta. He gets a pass off, but he's half fouled by Gallagher. But of course, ref gives nothing to West Ham. Paqueta back into Emerson, back into Paqueta again, into Emerson. West Ham trying to do a bit of passing. Chelsea are trying to match us on the pressing. Zuma with a quite awful pass into Tilo Kira. Big Ray diagonal looking for Fornals. Keeps it in. Oh.
Not enough.
He was literally full pelt, full sprint Fornals. Hooked it in on his left foot. But and Antonio made the dive for the header, but I don't know how close it was to it. It didn't look like it. And into Mendy's hands. But brilliant ball again. Tilo Kira. Big switching diagonal in behind the back three to get Fornals away.
It was good.
But now Chelsea, again, we are very deep. Chelsea essentially got their own back four.
All in our, yeah. In fact, the only player in the Chelsea half is Mendy. But I think we kind of assumed that was going to happen.
Well, in some ways, I said it makes sense. Oh, so I'm guessing Brentford scored that penalty.
Yeah, penalty. Yeah.
So the first goal of the weekend, the Premier League's come. The Brentford. I'm assuming it was Ivan Toney, but I haven't seen it yet. They haven't said who actually scored it. But I'm assuming we're keeping this deep shape. Yeah, it was Ivan Toney. Yeah. I'm assuming we've got this deep shape because essentially they're attacking two options. Up front are Pulisic and Sterling.
Yeah, so you want to be deep because they're rapid.
Neither of them are particularly big. Neither of them are particularly imposing. They're both pretty small, slight, balanced wingers.
Exactly.
So they're either going to try and run through you, or it's going to be a ball over the top that they're going to try and run in behind you. Ooh, turn and shot there from about 25 yards from Kovacic.
Saved by Fabianski, I think, wasn't it?
I think it went wide.
I don't know. I'm just trying to see. It's on the replay.
Yeah, it was wide. It was a few yards wide.
Yeah, fair enough.
But first real anything really of the game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's been a pretty middle of the park, isn't it? That was a bit of a
foul. Big long raking ball looking for Antonio, and Thiago Silva's put it out for a dive. What is he quite? You've committed to a diving header to put it out for a throw-in. Why are you trying to claim a foul? Oh, he actually did push him in the back.
He actually did push him in the air. He did sort of like go.
Push him to the side so that Silva didn't actually header it. He actually tried to do
Yeah.
do an acrobatic volley behind him to make sure he got a touch on the ball. I was like, you see the first angle, you're like, what's he moaning at? He's heading it out. No. Again, Antonio's just eased him out of the way. Foul on Cucurella there, I think. Oh, Finn Downs just coming back from his warm-up.
There we go. Nice to see.
Well, he's been putting in extra sessions, apparently, according to old Roshane in the Athletic.
Well, there you go. I bloody well hope so.
He's been trying to do extra training after training to try and show his improvement and his work for the team. Brilliant ball over the top from Suchek for Rice. Did he keep it on? He did.
Well done. He did well there. He did well.
He couldn't have final. If you give that foul, yeah.
It's just that was a gimme, weren't it?
I don't think he actually touched him. Like, Rice just tried to turn him again, and Fofana has done very well as a defender to get himself between the body and the ball. Oh, he did give the foul. He actually didn't. He did give the West Ham throw in.
Throw on.
I was going to say, if he gives that for a foul when Rice just didn't touch him, Fofana kicked the ball and fell over. It was like Emerson looking to get one in. Stood up well against Reece James. Declan Rice on the ball. Big switching ball out to foul.
That's nice. That's a nice ball. What the?
Wasn't a bad attempt from Soufal, that
What
cross.
the
Because that's the only sort of cross that could have really worked. It was a very weird one. It was a very Payet style. Big. Had the bend, but a lot of dip as well.
A big raking, dipping ball. It's just like.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not Payet, Soufal. Just give it out wide. Just give it out wide.
He was the wide, but he was the wide, wasn't he? But he'd actually drifted inside because it was on the far side. So
I know, but you saw Bowen was like literally. He after that he walked into shot like, hello.
Oh yeah. Right. I was here. Oh, Emerson, that was a poor clearance.
Oh, very poor.
Caught in two minds whether to clear it or try and pass it. He tried to pass it inside. Forest have gone up against Bournemouth. Ball into Pulisic. Oh, brilliant tackle from
Soufal
there.
Yeah.
Would you believe it? A name from the past has put Nottingham Forest in front against Bournemouth. Cheku Kouyaté.
Good old Cheku Kouyaté. God bless him. Always loved Czech.
Is he still drunk singing about Dimitri Payet?
Yeah, loved him. I had the pleasure of watching West Ham versus Berkakara with him in the dugout. Him and Sacco.
Gallagher whips in a corner.
Lovely man.
Headed up and out by Zuma. Cucurella wins a second. Zuma heads it out again. Looking for Tilo Kira.
Go on. Wow. Look at Paqueta. He was off then. And Paqueta's holding his thing. Get up!
I feel like I really want to.
Cucurella's getting booked here, and he's like, I would not argue with the ref here. Like, the ref's booking you, and he's getting absolutely livid right now, Cucurella. He needs to be careful. Like, he's generally back chatting the referee who's already been booking.
I hate Thiago Silva. I'll say it.
Thiago Silva's trying to do his job here, trying to calm him down.
Destroyed him.
It was an awful tackle.
And he's nicked it. He doesn't get it. And then, but I think Bowie did shove Cucurella in the back. And Cucurella, he just fully was absolutely triggered on this booking. But Silva, as the captain should do, kind of stepped in and calmed the situation down for Chelsea. Because Cucurella was talking himself into a red card at that point. Like, he was properly in the ref's face.
I don't like Thiago Silva. I'll be honest.
That's a bit strong.
That's a bit strong. Come on, Russ.
Go on, well done, Soufal. Oh, final ball.
My screen's frozen. Oh, that kicked off
Well
by
done,
Koulibaly.
Paqueta. What tracking back that was from Paqueta.
Yeah, tackle Sterling.
He's not scared at all getting stuck in, is he? Paqueta.
No.
I've been really impressed with his. I've been impressed with the amount of ground he covers and how quick he makes up the ground as well and makes that tackle. Well done, Tommy Souček. Declan Rice, Paqueta on the ball now. He plays in. Jared Bowen down the right hand side. Just goes a bit too far, but it's clear from Chelsea. Russ, I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I love the background noise.
Me too. See?
It's good.
I come up with some good ideas occasionally.
Emerson.
Occasionally.
Fabianski. Tragedy, long punt down the pitch. Overhits it, good ball. Chests it to Cucurella. Sprayed up wide to Fofana. Brings it over the halfway line. West Ham backing off. Fofana into Gallagher. Back to Fofana. Spreads it wide onto the touchline for Reece James. Back into Fofana. Sterling drops in the gap. Gallagher back wide. Right
Good.
out on the
Tracking
touchline for Reece
back
James
from
again.
Declan Rice.
1-2 round him. Brilliant tackle. Yeah. It's surprising. We do seem, at least in this first half, we do seem quite pensive. I think maybe because of the haste option. We do seem quite.
I think they're shit scared of the back. Yeah, of Sterling and Pulisic.
But yeah, they're quite
Just their pace.
pensive in their whole pressing situation compared to Tottenham.
Paqueta's done really well in his defensive duties there to come back and basically win the ball back for West Ham. Played the ball forward to Antonio down the left-hand side. He's turned the defence. He's driving forwards. He's still got the ball. He's still got it down the left-hand side. He's getting... Thiago Silva literally went to ground before he even made a tackle. And while he was lying on the ground, then tackled the ball off of Antonio. But Antonio's done well.
He's like legs through Antonio's legs to like kick it off the pitch.
Yeah. He's done really well, Antonio.
Yeah, Fofana and Thiago Silva running him, and they could not stop him. Like, he was just marauding down that left-hand side, and they just could not stop him.
Oh, what was that? Good play. Go on, Antonio. Back to goal. Cross it in. Ah, there's no one there. It's a foul. Crosses it in. Ah, it's headed away. For now, Spencer!
Now we'll watch it now. Now Anton's told us all it. Watch it now.
It's a bit over the top for the shot.
Yeah. I think you got a bit excited there, Baker.
It was well played. Antonio played very well. He pins Thiago Silva, gets the crossing. Nowhere near for Bowen. Took out straight back
shot,
in.
Massy boy. Look at this.
On the volley.
I don't know, for me, it's always bending away from goal.
Yeah. He swung at it. Oh, that was it wasn't that close.
Listen, what time are you on?
We're on Thursday.
We're on the presser at the moment.
Yeah. We've just seen.
I'll tell you where I'm at then.
I know you're going to be about 30. Yeah, you're about. I reckon about 15 seconds ahead of us. I'm going to reset. Yeah.
He's doing Moyes' review after the game.
Yeah, I'm going to reset.
39, 33, 34, 35.
You're about 5 seconds. 4 or 5
about
seconds.
6 seconds in front. Yeah.
Just refresh it.
Yeah, all right, Mum.
I've done about 3 times. I don't bother me, but
no.
Get rid
the only one that gets upset is you.
Yeah, but I'll just if you're ahead of me, I have to mute you and leave. I can't do it. I can't.
Souček would head her out for a Chelsea corner. Again, it'd be Cucurella to take for a whipped in one.
Come on, you Irons. Come on, West Ham. Corner from Chelsea. Whipped in. Fabianski punches it clear and punches it quite far clear. Jared Bowen comes back, does his defensive duties, clears the ball out, and it's a Chelsea throw in. Where are we now, Rusty boy?
I reckon I'm about 2 seconds behind you.
46, 47, 48,
yep.
49.
3 seconds. That's not bad. That's better. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jared Bowen collects the ball from a wayward pass from Chelsea at the back, but they've won it back again.
Yeah, they sort of just, I don't know, camped out its midfield at the moment. Chelsea. They put the numbers in the middle.
As we thought they would be, Matt, didn't we? When we first chatted about the team. That's clearly what they were going to do.
Tottenham have taken the lead against Fulham.
So they bloody well should.
Everyone's favourite centre mid, Hoiberg.
Oh, is he tied his shoes on properly today? Has he got Velcro instead of... That was ridiculous, yes. That was ridiculous.
James on the right-hand side for Chelsea. Crosses it, gets blocked, and it's out for a Chelsea corner. Well done, Pablo, with his new Mohawk-styled haircut. He had that against Tottenham, didn't he?
Yeah. So that the sort of yeah.
But what is Reece James' haircut? What is that weird blonde patch he's got going?
I think that's just. I think he was on the what's the name? Yeah, I think he skid onto the white lines. That's what it looked like.
Freshly coated paint's just peeled off on his head instead.
Yeah. Corner to Chelsea.
Tell you what, they've raked up the corners in this first half.
They have. This is their 7th corner, I believe.
Cleared from West Ham. Tommy Souček's gone down injured though, head injury.
Oh, it wouldn't be a match without Tommy Souček getting a head injury.
Who won the first header? Who's that that's gone down with him?
Oh, the referee's blown a whistle to get people on straight away. So there's obviously
Blood.
I mean, like you said, Russ, man, I've never seen a footballer have so many head injuries in my life ever.
Do you reckon like the like the first aid like medical team come on the pitch?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they've got like a generic first team squad bag and then they've got like a Thomas Souček bag?
Yeah, it's just what was it? Oh, it's Souček again.
Specialised head injury
bag.
stuff.
full of like those really big Terry Butcher.
He's got loads
bandages.
of Vaseline and loads of Terry Butcher bandages, yeah.
And the tampons
Couple
put
of
up his
like
nose.
staple
Yeah.
gun or something like.
Oh, Wester, we love you.
It always looks like he's having a trap down a bubble down something at the moment. Imagine like two blokes standing at the bar, a couple of pints in on a Saturday afternoon. So I'm always
Why
doing
not?
like
It's a Saturday. Get the beers in.
We
love West
Ham.
Brasilia Magnifico.
Who's that? Oh, was it Loftus Cheek? Ooh.
Lewis Paqueta. Yeah, our own.
And Brentford are 2-0 up against Leeds. Ivan Toney again.
So, Lewis Paqueta.
Tommy Souček is up, walking away.
He looks alright to be fair. I can't see him
Looks
above
alright,
Souček
yeah.
once. Yeah.
Follow. Our Brazilian Magnifico. Lewis Paqueta, there's nobody better, and now he's one of our own. Almost half time.
Go you Irons! Irons!
Go you Irons!
Irons! Kira plays the ball to Emerson. Emerson plays it back to Fabianski. Kira plays the long ball straight to the Chelsea player. Unfortunately, Cucurella on the attack. Cavalli. And he literally just kicks the ball out for a Fabianski goal kick. And fair play to the West Ham players for putting the pressure on, though.
But he's
You know
a unit.
what?
Koulibaly.
He was literally trying to do the Souček, which is like he was trying to get that corner, wasn't he?
Yeah, trying
And
to
he's
flick
like
it
exactly like Souček does, where you don't turn enough to kick against the play, you just kick it straight off the pitch. There was a VAR check done at the moment at
Where?
Forest for a penalty.
Forest, we'll have a look.
Penalty stands. Nottingham Forest penalty against Bournemouth to put 2-0 up.
Matt,
is that like
Matt,
too
is
early?
Lingard
Is that almost
started?
the season over? Huh?
Did Lingard start?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. They're 2 up now.
I suppose he's got to find the ability to give all of their players game time, considering they've got...
Exactly.
Oh, no, stop phoning me. Why would you phone me now? Why would anyone phone me?
That's it. He's lost his stream. He's going to come back on our time now.
Yeah,
Oh, and who's that injured? Antonio's down. Let's have a quick look at that.
So Brennan Johnson in the penalty spot scores to make it 2-0.
Fair play.
After Checky Piatti scored the first goal to make it 1-0.
Oh, it was out.
Who
Yeah,
scored
that was
the goal?
First goal for them was
Brennan.
Piatti.
No,
Yeah.
first one. Second one, sorry.
Brennan Johnson.
Brennan Johnson for the penalty spot.
He takes their penalties. So Antonio's down. He got a straight
From
elbow
Loftus-Cheek.
from Loftus Cheek. No malice behind that one.
Must be only. This will be the last opportunity for anyone in this half. It's a free kick for West Ham. There's only like 15 seconds to go.
That's probably what be it.
Yeah. 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes added time. So
Pablo's standing over it.
yeah,
Don't play it back, Pablo. Just may as well go for it, you know. Well, we have Sufal down the right hand side. Bowen.
Nah, go back.
That's it. Yeah, it's taking too long. They've gone backwards again.
Rice.
And again.
Zuma.
Got to be it.
Emerson on the left, driving over the halfway line, comes forward, still got it.
Nice ball. Knocked out.
Goes out for a West Ham throw in.
That'd be half time for sure, innit?
Oh, yes.
He's played a bit extra for the foul.
Fornals a switch play, finds Sufal out. He's got space. He bings the ball in. Oh, clear from Chelsea. Cleared again.
You'll clear it now. That's
And
it,
there we
half
go.
time.
Here we go.
Half time.
Time. If you're just joining us, it's Chelsea 0, West Ham 0. Been a bit of a probably a nervy game from both teams, to be honest. Really, isn't it? There's not been really any clear cut, outrageous chances from many of the teams.
It's been like a very Aston Villa game in the first half.
It's been a bit tight. Not many chances either end. It's sort of the ball's pretty much stayed in that midfield area for most of the game. Although Chelsea did have 8 corners in the first half, we didn't have any. I think the only thing we just looking at the stats, and we've had 5 fouls. They've had obviously 2 yellow cards already. They've been offside once. They've had 300. Well, they've had a lot more possession, so they've had almost 350 passes. But we've had 150. So it has been. It's been a containment job, really, isn't it? To be honest, the only stats we're sort of winning in the first half were the defensive stats, really, interceptions, clearances, that type of thing. But it is what it is at the moment. It is what it is.
I'm going to be back for the second half, lads. There is a video in there if any of you are going away for a break if you need to play it. So I'll let you carry on.
We're fine. Here we go. He buggers off. There you go.
So we missed at the end of the half there. Leeds pulled one back.
Yep.
Against Brentford.
Let's get the latest scores up.
Just scored right on half time against Southampton as well, which sounds like an absolute shocking goal, apparently.
So obviously Everton finished 0-0 at half time. It's Brentford 2, Leeds 1, Newcastle 0, Crystal Palace 0, Forest 2 up against AFC AFC Bournemouth. Tottenham 1 up against Fulham, Wolves 1 up against Southampton, and Villa Man City is the 5:30 kickoff. Elsewhere,
I'd like to point out,
go on then.
Talking about the 0-0s. So just for context, the West Ham Chelsea 0-0 has been 5 shots post win a game between us. They've had 4, we've had 1. Not a single shot on target.
No.
Palace Newcastle, there's been 19 shots and 9 on target.
It's the Wolves goal.
So they've had a full out all attacking affair, and we've had nothing. It's been a very quiet null affair.
It's just two midfielders nullifying each other. West Ham sort of holding back, letting them play, and as I said, they've had about 350 passes in the first half, 90% pass success, and we've had 150 and about 80%. Elsewhere, Rangers lost 4-0 to Celtic at Parkhead. Any other fun? Let's have a look. Any other interesting scores? Millwall drawing 0-0 with Cardiff. Obviously, Millwall playing.
This was the day they had all the.
Yeah, Millwall playing at home. Chelsea are playing at home. Tottenham are playing at home. Leeds are in London as well.
Brentford are playing at home.
Exactly. Who?
Brentford are playing at home.
Yeah, but Brentford aren't. They're not. Ain't got a firm. That's what we're saying. It's like it's like Millwall, Leeds, West Ham, Chelsea, Spurs are all in London. That's what I mean. Elsewhere, anything else interesting? Let's have a quick look. Doesn't look like it. Let me have a quick look down the divisions. How the O's getting on? Oh, we're into 1 up. There we go. Good to see how Dagenham Redbridge are 3-0 down at half time against Notts County. Interesting. Daryl McMahon, former West Ham manager, West Ham player rather, he's the manager at Dagenham Redbridge. Lovely man. It's annoying as last 2 seasons it was so exciting watching us every game due to our gameplay and goals. I know what you mean. Loftus is lucky. Loftus is lucky. Ref is a banker. There we go. Hopefully our second half will be more positive. Whether it's positive, whether it's containment and trying to get him on the break, that's what it seems to. These sort of long balls, trying to get Antonio down the wings. But there's not really much on the bench, to be honest, but Ben Rahm, I suppose. If we're going to be this negative and defensive, we cannot play 4 nows. We have Cornet, of course we've got Cornet as well, and Ben Rahm on the bench. We do, but it's not negative. I think it's containment. I think it's and I think what you get with 4 nows is you get energy, and you get doggedness, and arguably you don't get that with Ben Rahm. Ben Rahm's a dim-time player. We've been better second half almost every game, but that was solid at least. Indeed. Paquette is a waste of money, says Cloud. Okay.
Yeah,
fishing hard. He is.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, he's not a wizard. What are you expecting him to do the way we were playing? Any lone players scored in the lower leagues? Great shout. Let's have a look.
I think you need, if one of us gets a loan list up, that's what you need.
Let's have a look. I'm trying to see who played Port Vale. Let's have a look. Port Vale. Who scored for Port Vale? Nope. Oh, yeah. Meepo scored. Meepo scored for Port Vale after 37 minutes. Good to know. Let's go to Colchester. Dan Chester's at Colchester. Did he start? Let's have a look. Dan Chester's didn't start. He's on the bench for Colchester today. We have got... But Meepo scored. That was good. Forest Green. Nevis playing for Forest Green? No, I can't remember who Nevis is playing for. Yeah, is he at Forest Green? No, I don't think it's at Forest Green, is he? I don't think so.
County.
No, it's not Notts County. Anyway, but that's good. It's good to know. Not good to see. Thierry Neves. He's at Newport County. That was it. Newport County. Let's have a look. Have Newport.
I said Notts County.
Yeah, and I thought it was Forest Green. So we're both in the wrong.
That's Swansea getting.
I don't know. I'm going to quick look at Newport County. 0-0 Newport County. Did Neves start? Neves is on. He's not in the squad for Newport County. Weird. Okay, no problems. Oh no, sorry, he's up front. He's playing up front. Sorry, I was looking at the midfield. And Swansea were 1 up last time I checked against QPR. And he's on the bench. Doesn't matter where he is. He's always on the bench.
Birmingham.
Birmingham were 1-0 up at half time away to Preston North End, and he isn't in the squad. Okie, that's good, isn't it? No ideas going forward. Need to change it. Bring Benny on, our best player. We need to be more positive. To be honest, that was a solid first half. Believe that second half will bring more action up front. Maybe 4 nows for Ben Rama. Well, I think if that's the obvious change. If Moyes wants to not go for it, but if Moyes wants to turn that attacking dial up a little bit, that's the obvious change in my opinion. Bringing on Ben Rama for 4 nows. I mean, I thought in terms of the starting lineup, I think defensively we've been quite solid, very solid. I thought, the likes of, I think there was a few times where Kira sort of was very cool on the ball. Zuma was doing what he does. He's a brick wall, isn't he? That's what he's doing. He's becoming that brick wall now. And last 2 or 3 games, he's been playing really strong. I thought Souček's been getting about a bit. Rice has been a bit all over the place, commanding either, both ends. Quite unlucky. Emerson's got forward quite a bit. Paquetta's been all over the park, really. And Antonio's carried on. He's been battered basically. Antonio has, in all honesty, I think.
He is struggling, fairness, but they play a back 3, and that inside that back 3, you've got Koulibaly and Thiago Silva.
So Paquetta's
it was going to be a long game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, especially after the Tottenham game as well. Paquetta's first half, 27 touches, 93 pass completion, 14 passes. He's won 50-50 of his ground duels. He's lost possession 4 times. Couple of clearances, couple of dribbles passed, tackle, blocked. Good. That's what you want from someone in that position. Mr. Rice, 100% pass accuracy first half. 17 passes, all on target. 24 touches, lost possession only once. Because that's what we looked at last time, wasn't it? It was like 32 times it was in that first game. I think it was that Brighton game, wasn't it? Souček, only 7 out of 9, so it's still had 9 passes, 60. A lot less ball for Souček today. Lost possession twice. Let's have a look at
only 3 times between them in the first half, which is a lot better.
Yeah, which is a lot better. But they have had less ball. In the flip side, in it, it's like they've lost it less, but they've had it less. I don't know, comparable to the touches. We can figure that out. We'll sort it out. Kira has a 95% pass completion, 18 passes. 19 passes, 18 completed. Yeah, not bad. I think from Kira. What about Emerson? He's been hogging that touchline. Isn't he? No pass. Oh yeah, he's had 23 passes in the first half. Wow. 78% possession, 78% pass accuracy, 18 passes completed out of 23. 29 touches. Let's have a look at Antonio. Bless him. Antonio only had three passes. Bless him. Only had 13 touches this half. It says...
Was that all just that when you made that run down the left-hand side?
Yeah, probably. Fouls 3 was fouled 0, so which we know is bollocks. Not too shabby, 0-0 at half time. I totally agree. Has Bowie actually touched the ball? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Jared. Jared, it's not great. He's had 10 touches in the first half, 5 passes, 4 completed, so 80% possession, and he's lost the ball 4 times. So actually, I think he's lost the ball more than anyone else. I think
it's not looking good.
No, Paquetá lost it 4 times as well, but he has had a lot more ball.
Yeah, but he's had the ball a lot more, so he's going to lose it more, isn't he?
Yeah. When ball's going back and sideways, it's easy to get under. It certainly is, my friend. It certainly is. Watching a stream, it sounds like we're playing at home. Yep, it looks like the West Ham lot are singing away. They've been down the old boat trip down the Thames.
Down the Thames, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it reminds me of the Villa game, where it was like the first half, we don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
And then maybe in the second half, we can go and build on it and then try and take it to them more. Toby Cudworth on Twitter summed it up both. This is the game of 2 teams that have got no confidence and no idea how to score.
And also, in my opinion, both teams are in transition, so to speak, as well, isn't it?
Both teams will probably be happy with a point.
Well, I think I'd be happy for a point off this game. If you looked at the fixture list and you go, right, I'll take a point here, win here, point there. Yeah, I think I'd put this down as a take a point.
Will we get that point or not? We'll find out soon. Give me back any.
Toby reckons he's going to bring on Benny for Paquetá. I don't think so. Paquetá's playing very well, and he's a constant threat.
I reckon. I generally think at the moment it might be 4 hours or Bowen.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 hours if you want a more attacking option, nothing gets price because he's done what 4 hours does. Or if you want to actually pick on a player that's under the
I'd like to do Chelsea their own game. I'd like to throw on a bit of pace and take off Antonio and take off someone like Fornals and put Benny and put Cornet on. And just play Cornet and Bowen up front. Can go, because that's what that's what they do with Sterling and Pulisic, and our defenders aren't doing much, and they've got 3 defenders, and they're not doing much either because they've got one player they're up against. So we shall see.
We've got 2 defenders that aren't really up against anyone because Pulisic and Sterling keep drifting wide and dropping deep. Whereas, like I said, we've got one up front that's just staying up front. where they got 3 centre backs. So it's like, oh, well, you man mark him, and we'll just both sit either side. And like you said, that attack that Antonio had when he tried the counter attack, it was literally both of Farner and Silva together doing that old like police manoeuvre where like block you in and force you off the road.
Yeah.
It's like they blocked him in and then forced him off the side of the pitch.
There was no chance. Yeah, he's got no chance up there. Well, he's tight at the moment.
West Ham come back out. That is 4 hours, so he's definitely on the pitch. That did look like Ziyech. I think I just see. So Chelsea might be making a sub. West Ham haven't made a sub because I can see Antonio. I think I've seen Paqueta. I've seen 4 hours. I'm sure I saw Bowen, but I think Chelsea might be making a sub.
Let's have a little butcher's hook, shall we? Let's have a little butcher's hook.
Berlin's still there. James there. Gallagher's still there. I'm sure I saw Ziyech, unless he's bringing Ziyech on.
Cornet. So I'm looking.
Well, I'm just entirely making it up.
Bowen's there.
Poor quality screen.
Suchek.
Blurred out the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're starting. There's no subs starting off with. As Howard says, and I couldn't agree more. Give these guys a thumbs up. Even you, Claude.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it might have been Pulisic and it just where it's buffering, a bit blurred.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like both teams starting exactly the same way as they ended the first half.
Bowen controls the long ball. Played by Cucurella, skips past 2 players, gets to the byline, cut it back. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Koulibaly intercept, played in again. Koulibaly clears again. Cucurella up and out.
Nice, have a noise.
That was a bit better from Bowen. Skip past, and my thing's slightly frozen.
Go.
1 hour on the ball. Don't lose it there. 4 hours. He's lost the ball. Backwards to Reece James. Plays it long.
God. Oh, he's done well. And he's been fouled. Fornals has played a kind of... He's played a ball in the middle of the park to Antonio, and he's been marked by like 3 men. He's held them all off.
Bounced
you can
off
see, it's bouncing up, keeping a hold of it, but then he's tackled. Who was that?
Silva.
I mean, that was pretty dirty, Thiago.
That's got to be a booking. That was worse for me. I said I didn't think Cucurella's tackle. No, was it Cucurella? No, the other one that got booked. Loftus-Cheek. I said at the start of the game I thought his booking was a bit weak. That tackle was worse than Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah. Nice play there from Tommy Suchek. Fornals down. Safal down the right hand side. Tries to knock it by the defender, but can't get there. And it goes out for.
Yeah, you're not gonna muscle past the wardrobe that is Koulibaly.
Bowen plays a short one with Safal. Bowen's still got the ball. Safal's made the run. Bowen's kept it in. He's crossed it in. Back post. Mendy can't get there. Paqueta's chasing the ball down. He's still getting his foot stuck in again. Chelsea clear. Oh, Kira's done.
West Ham
Emerson's done really well there. Zuma heads the ball wide to Safal. He's coming over the halfway line. He's driving forward down the right hand side. Plays it back, looking for options for Declan Rice. Back to Kira. Zuma. Emerson. Takes his time. Patience. Zuma. Big diagonal switch play. Finds Fornals, who tries to ping it up to Bowen. But now Chelsea are on the counter. Plays the ball through the middle. Out wide left for Chelsea. Is that Gallagher? Chelsea just holding on to a bit of possessional play. Going to shoot from distance, and it goes wide. West Ham goal kick. We will take that. No changes. All right, lads. Good to see you, mate. And Dev Bond sounds lively from us. Sounds lovely, mate.
Awful shot. Was that for Farner with that shot? I think it was, wasn't it? It was an awful shot. Different tactic here from West Ham, playing it out wide from the goal kick. Done really well to keep it on the pitch.
I thought he was getting battered around, didn't he? He's
Ref,
getting absolutely battered around.
what is that? Like,
He's getting frustrated.
he's getting pissed off as well. And that was like some of the fouls he's made in the first half, Antonio, were fouls. He thought he'd get a cheeky like push on him and get away.
But he
But
just body
literally, the
checked him
ball's
there.
gone over the ball's gone over the top. And Silva's seen it, and he knows he's not. Was it Silva or Koulibaly? And they knew in the sprint they're not going to out sprint Antonio. They literally just body checked him.
Skipped round Declan Rice. He's driving forwards on the edge of the box. Plays it out to the wide right for Chelsea. They're inside the box. He skips by onto his left foot. Finds a bit of space, but Paqueta's come back, done his defensive duty. He's done well. He hasn't cleared it though, but we are now in the space of clearing it. Getting it out from his feet. Paqueta does well. Now out to Sefal on the right-hand side. He keeps it in play. He finds Paqueta. Paqueta plays the forward ball, but unfortunately Antonio doesn't see that pass and doesn't chase it, and he's apologising to Paqueta.
There's a really intelligent ball over just in behind the back three. But that was a really good interception from Paqueta there. That's the one we normally get caught out on, where everyone gets sucked into the box.
Sterling.
And then
do not blow for that. Good on you, ref. I'm so glad he didn't blow for that because Sterling literally just fell to his floor.
Dive. Yeah.
He's not blowing for that either. Paqueta's gone down. He's done the same. And now Chelsea are on the counter. Chelsea on the attack down the right-hand side. Crosses it in low. Cleared from Zuma.
Good clearance. No, in fairness, neither of them were fouls. And the ref was right on both accounts.
Yeah, you're right.
Paqueta it was an awful touch. Like, he's tried to skip by him and he realised he kicked it too far. And Reece James was going to pick it up again, so he went down and the ref was like, no.
9 Chelsea corners and Zilchio to West Ham.
Single one, yeah. Nice Chelsea corner. Interestingly, though, Cucurella's not taking this one. They've given up on the in-swinger and they're going for an out-swinger from Gallagher instead. Be an out-swinger for Chelsea.
Cleared from West Ham. From that man, Paqueta. Oh, shit.
Reece James on the ball, inside to Loftus-Cheek. Stuchek forces him backwards. Cucurella sort of filling in at centre-back at the moment. Trying to pick the way through. Brilliant give and go from Gallagher, who gets clipped by Emerson, and the rest line up for free kick. I think Emerson said, like, where am I supposed to go? He's just flipped around and run into him. But it was a clever flick round the corner from Gallagher for a give and go. Chelsea free kick, sort of, I think 30, 35 yards out. It looks like quite centrally. That was offside to the right. Reece James, Cucurella are standing over it. You've got to think that is long one. Possibly, probably too far to shoot.
Big ball up to the back post. Clear from Zuma. Chelsea corner again.
No, Chelsea number 10. Chelsea corners now. Newcastle take the lead against Crystal Palace through an own goal. So we are the only 3 o'clock game without a goal in the Premier League.
Big ball in over the top, right into the middle, punched by Fabianski convincingly. Tries an overhead kick. I don't know who that was from Chelsea, trying an overhead kick, but West Ham on the press. One on the counter. Antonio, he's one-on-one with Cucurella. Chelsea players will caught, but he's still got it though. Conor Gallagher's done well to come back and pay that ball back to Mendy. That was unlucky from West Ham. Nice ball from Fornals through to Antonio, who's driven probably 60 yards, 70 yards forward.
It was a bigger counter attack, and you said Conor Gallagher done really well there just to get back and cover for Cucurella. And then he's gone back and fouled Reece James. Reece James kicked out in there, won't it?
Yeah,
Antonio's own words. He kicked out at him. Reece James, he did foul Reece James, and on the floor, Reece James kicked out at him. And Antonio's own words, because that's like, come on. He's telling the ref, he's probably going to book Antonio, but he's right, and he should book both of them. Personally, Because Reece James kicked out.
He's going to book Reece James as well, I think. He's booked Antonio.
And Reece James just walked off, and he's saying to come back.
Get out of it.
The Newcastle goal's been ruled out. Bournemouth have pulled one back against Forest.
Let's have a look here.
Yeah, he has booked Reece James.
Oh, he has kicked him.
You watch it again.
He has kicked him. Yeah, he has. He's
How's
right
that
the
not a
ref
red?
as well.
Yeah, that should be a red. Like, sorry, Antonio's fouled him. It's a innocuous normal foul. As he got on the floor, he's fully just kicked out at Antonio and raked his studs down his thigh. Like, if that was a West Ham player, we'd be playing with 10 men right now. We would fully be playing with 10 men right now if that was a West Ham player. But because Antonio's not made a meal of it and gone down on the floor, he's got a booking as well. Right.
Chelsea now on the build-up attack, driving forward on the right-hand side. Raheem Sterling. Paqueta putting himself about. Fofana plays in Sterling. Good play. Good defensive play there from Fornals. He plays a neat ball through to Antonio's driving forward. Oh, he tries to skip the ball. Defender, but he hits it too hard. Goes too far away and he can't get close to it. I'm not unfortunate.
I'll be honest, I would possibly get Cornet warming up right now. Because Antonio is getting more and more wound up. We have seen before that Antonio can get under his skin at times, and I'd rather not get a needless.
Big ball in over the top for Chelsea. Back post skips by everyone, but Cucurella's there in the back post. He's on the corner flag.
Right, the corner flag, yeah.
Chelsea have got the ball again down the left-hand side, back to Cucurella. Nice defensive play from West Ham, just pressing hard against the Chelsea attackers.
Yeah. Forcing them back to the halfway line. West Ham had a lot more possession in the second half. First half, they only had 30%. We got 48% at this moment in the second half. So possession is almost 50-50.
$56 and a half minutes gone.
They are doing what? They're just passing the ball from left to right, Chelsea. Very.
Oh, brilliant football from Declan Rice. And good football from Paqueta. Oh, what a play. Go on, Dex. Oh, he's open. Go on. What are you going to do, Bowen, son? Oh, he's going to try and shoot from distance, but it's blocked. That was lovely play from Declan Rice. He's done all the defensive work. He's played in Paqueta, who's played such a beautiful finesse ball through to Deckers, who's played in Bowen, who's cutting inside from the right-hand side. And then he tries to shoot, and he's blocked.
Still got the ball. Oh, just gets pinched.
Gallagher out wide to Sterling on the right-hand side. Now Chelsea on the attack.
Sterling inside to Fofana. Chelsea again with slow movement across the pitch left to right. Loftus-Cheek looking to cut back again. Back out to Reece James. Poor touch. Fornals picks it up. Better.
Fornals pings the ball forward. Straight to the Chelsea player. Antonio's looking a little bit
leggy. As I said, I'd get Cornet on now.
Yeah, he's knackered. He does look knackered.
He's
Looks
a
like
bit
he's
leggy. He's a bit annoyed. He's a bit fatigued and frustrated. I think. Fatigued and frustrated.
Yeah, you can see him though. He is a bit leggy now. He is. He's puffing away.
Hand on his hip then. Yeah, gassing out a bit. Blown up.
Chelsea now starting to play that and maximising the fact that he's not chasing the ball down now from the front.
They've got a bit of free time with the defenders. I said I'd get Cornet on.
He's done enough there though to win the ball back from Conor Gallagher and finds Pablo Fornals.
He has, but look where he is.
Yeah.
He's like 23 yards out from our own goal. West Ham get lucky break off the. Fornals tries to play it down the line. Reece James cuts it out for West Ham. Ricochets back for West Ham goal kick. Oh yeah, he did win the ball back there, Antonio, but he was like he was almost like on the edge of our own box when he wins it back. He is.
If you are watching, we will be going live straight after for our match review. So the situation is you do not need to do anything. You just stay on the stream and you'll get automatically put across. you will get automatically put across. I know some people said it didn't happen the last
Ball's
time.
gone over the top here. You know what? This time I'll get him off right now. I would get him off. The ball's gone over the top for Antonio to run in one-on-one. And something has happened between Antonio and Silva, and Silva's gone down holding his head. I think Antonio said he's tried to use his arm to push away because he's trying to turn in and run behind. But, like, look again.
It's nothing. I mean, he has put his hand up, but it's not like an elbow.
His hands.
I mean,
his hands on the back of his head.
It's like
his hands on the back. He's always putting in a headlock to run past.
Kind of like a. It's like a. He's like. What do you call them?
A bulldog.
A body slam. A bulldog. Is that what it is? Yeah, bulldog.
I would honestly, at this point, get him off.
Right, Chelsea making a double substitution. Broa and
Mount
are coming on.
Gallagher
has gone off.
And
Pulisic.
And interestingly, though, Broa signed that long-term contract yesterday with Chelsea.
New 5-year contract.
I think we need to definitely react now with something.
Ourselves, yeah.
Oh, Antonio. Oh, he's letting him away with that.
He's gonna be
I'm sorry. Get him off now.
Oh, go on, Pablo. Go on, Pablo. Oh, what a nice ball the roof to Paqueta down the left-hand side. He's trying to back heel. He's found Antonio. It's in the box. In for now, but West Ham have won our first corner.
Woo! A corner! 60 minutes in.
First of the game.
Started from Antonio and ended with Antonio, and we've just been ripping him to bits.
He's going to get set off in a minute, and then we're going to be down to 10 men.
Generally, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, me too.
Ivan Toney just completed his hat-trick for Brentford against Leeds.
I took him out of my fantasy team.
Yep. I said to my mate at work, who's like, he's not
Pablo
quite
corner.
up with football.
In the middle. Oh, there's no one there.
He went down. 24 went down.
Who's
gone down?
Hero.
But it went to the back post, and they've cleared it out for a corner. But there was no one marking the back post there to try and tap that in. Bit of space, but he said play on.
Never cool. No.
So, the VAR would have gone, no, he looked at it, it's fine.
Another corner.
Pablo, big ball in, big in swinger. Oh, Mendy's punched it clear. Who's shot from distance? What a save from Mendy. Who hit that on the volley?
Soufal, wasn't it?
Bowen.
Was that Bowen?
Oh, Bowen. Out for another corner, other side.
Was that on target?
Side, yeah. It's a good attempt from Bowen.
Let's have a look.
25 yards maybe
Punches
on the volley.
out.
Yeah.
It was on target.
Yeah. He made that.
It was quite central.
Yeah,
but
make it look like
that was a proper like.
Also, I'm not being funny. Antonio was standing behind him.
Oh, Paqueta. Oh, it's just gone. Oh my God, Rice hit it. Yes! Yes! Antonio!
I'm glad.
Antonio!
I was right to keep him on. I said we should keep him on, and then we did.
Yes!
Ball.
Yes!
There we go.
Tell you
Ball
what,
whipped in.
lads,
Paqueta wins the header.
Paqueta wins the header like he's been doing.
Mendy, with an absolutely awful bit of goalkeeping, flaps it. Like we said, he can make a mistake. Rice side puts it back across goal, and from about a yard out, did Antonio actually score that?
Yeah,
or was Koulibaly stolen it off him?
No, Antonio completely got the ball.
Yeah.
They did, yeah. No, Antonio from a yard out smacked. There's about 4 or 5 players in the net when that ball goes in, including Tilo Kira. Is that Chelsea's whole back three? Koulibaly, Fofana, Tilo Kira, Cucurella and Mendy are all laying in the goal when Antonio just doesn't tap it in from a yard, like tries to take the net off from a yard. Absolutely hammers it in.
Well played, Antonio, son.
I'm glad we kept him on.
I get it. I do agree with you, because there was that element of like, shit, you've been booked, like you're starting to get stuck in a bit, you know, the arm around the neck and all that sort of stuff. And then he was puffing out. But the thing is, though, even though he was puffing out, he did manage to start. He started the play, which ended in the first set of corners. And then we've just had 3 corners in a row, bang, got the goal. and that'll do.
Chelsea were trying to claim a foul for something, which we looked at for about 10 seconds and went, no, go.
Right, keep the composure. Keep the composure. Big ball into the box. Cleared from Emerson. That'll do, West Ham. Get rid of it. Kira. He's done that, but straight to Chelsea. Zuma. Oh, no! What are you doing? Get rid of it! Oh! We did get rid of it, but
It did.
it's just a mix-up between Zuma and Fabianski there.
Yeah.
Zuma left it, Fabianski left it, and Broja nearly scores.
Oh. Keep the
Different
composure,
threat up
West Ham.
front. Kovacic, Koulibaly nearly gets his pocket picked from halfway line. Silva out to Sterling, who's come very deep. Into Kovacic. Kovacic in the middle. Loftus-Cheek wide to Pavana.
Oh, come on, West Ham. That's it.
Loftus-Cheek.
So impressed with
Silva.
Paqueta's work rate. So impressed with his work rate.
Yeah. He ain't stopped, has he?
He is not stopped, and he doesn't even look remotely tired.
No.
Fucking well, I hope so.
Like, he's not
Record
backing out.
signing, you know. He shouldn't be,
Yeah,
you know.
but
He's a,
No, but for
No, but
someone
you mean
with
because-
that amount of energy, though, like it's
yeah, but that's
he's
the
got-
position he plays. So
Yeah, that's
naturally,
it,
he's
that's
a
what I
fit.
mean, he's
That's what I
naturally
mean.
a
It's,
fit.
you know, it's like
Oh, watch me whip. Oh, watch me nene. Oh, watch me. Do you really want them singing that song, Rusty B?
Ross is like, he just got offended.
Oh, watch me
Zoom
whip.
up, big, yeah, anyway,
Oh, watch
big
me
period,
nene.
stuff
Oh, watch me whip.
The halfway one.
Watch me nene.
They're reshowing this chance, and Kira heads it out the first time. It gets lofted back in. Zuma leaves it. Fabian, to be fair, if that had gone in, it would have been a foul. Zuma leaves it, thinking he's going to get there. Broza gets in front of him. Fabianski saves it, and then Broza literally just steamrolls over.
Oh, no, Loftus-Cheek. Fofana
Bournemouth
down the
come
right
from
hand
2-0
side.
down to draw 2-2 at Forest.
James. Loftus-Cheek. Fofana's further forward. Loftus-Cheek's got a bit of space inside the box. West Ham have cleared it out, though.
oh, jeez.
Calm as you like from West Ham at the back there.
Oh, just
That was
Not-
really.
not-
that was,
Not as
that
calm
was
as I'd like. That
too-
was rather
yeah.
too calm.
Yeah.
But Paquette still getting stuck in, forcing out for throw in. They just upped the gear by about 4 at the most moment in time, Chelsea.
The Leeds manager has been sent off, apparently, says Danielle.
Old Jesse Mark.
Jesse Marsh. Let's have a look. Live
Dominic
text.
Solanke, I forgot you went to Fulham.
$67 minutes gone. Chelsea nil, West Ham
Good
United
defence
1.
for West Ham. Fabianski demanding.
Well done.
Commanding.
Yeah.
Clears up the ball. Good man.
That was much better that time. Much better.
My friend who's a Chelsea fan messaged me this morning. I'm going there to take bragging. I'm going to this bridge so I can have bragging rights off Russ.
Sorry, just quickly. Paqueta doesn't look.
Oh, Paquetta's gone down.
He's
Fabianski's thrown.
moaning about his teeth. Same
Isn't
as
it?
Skamaka.
Why is Paqueta down? Because Fabianski's just kicked the ball out now to give. Do you know what? Loftus-Cheek. Souček went to make the tackle, backed out the tackle, but Loftus-Cheek. I don't necessarily know if it was a dive, mate. I think he anticipated and went to ride.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, he's not. You rarely get.
Oh, he's
actually
all right.
the dive
He's just got-
plays. There is some players that dive.
It looked like he
But
put.
then-
Paqueta's okay. It looks like
Tongue or something.
he's bit his tongue. We've all done it. We've all done it, and now you're going to keep buying it for the rest of the day now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Once you.
Pissed you off about 3 days now until it heals again.
Oh, hate that. Well, I mean, with
The only
Skamaka.
thing worse than that is when you burn the top of your mouth.
Oh, but I mean, Skamaka's done his teeth in as well, hasn't he? So.
You've got like gum infection or
Oh,
something.
look at those Chelsea lot just moaning. I love it. I love it. Anyway,
Well done from Antonio. Tommy
Well
Souček,
done.
man. He is
Oh.
absolutely
Boom.
like a
look
train.
at Kovacic got absolutely mullered then.
Good
Guerrero
big
down the
head.
left hand side.
Need to get the bodies over there, West Ham.
I just want us to get a hold of the ball sooner rather than later, hold a bit of possession,
Yeah.
just calm us down a bit because there's a bit of a.
It's been
an
coming
attack.
one way.
Yeah,
One-way traffic.
that's it. Go on, Bowen. Clicks the ball down right hand side.
Just run.
He's still
just
got
run.
it. He's done well. He's done. Oh, he's trying to knock it a bit too further.
Yeah,
forward.
he did the hard stuff good. He got.
You know what? He was hoping for the foul. That's what
Yeah, he was
wanted.
playing for the foul.
Except
Yeah,
the problem is that Cucurella was
wasn't
never going to
getting
commit
it.
it.
he
Well,
wasn't
no, because
getting it.
Cucurella's already on a booking, so he was never
Yeah.
going to commit the foul.
And Koulibaly's just a fantastic defender.
Yeah. I called him a wardrobe earlier. When
He's a
Fitzu Faust tried to run around him.
He's a unit, absolute unit.
His old what's his name? Diop, Papabou Diop, the wardrobe.
Yeah. God rest his soul.
Big switch
Yeah,
diagonal
he's
play from Chelsea. Sefal's watched it, went for the header, but it's let it go over and has fortunately won a throw into West Ham.
Don't know if that was intelligent or intentional or not.
Another double sub coming from Chelsea.
Chilwell and Havertz are coming on.
Yep.
So Cucurella, either Cucurella's coming off, or he may take off one of the back two.
I feel
that'll be
take good.
Because
Sorry, go
Cucurella
to-
has filled in for Brighton at a back three. He done quite well there last year. Brighton playing left back.
Ah,
Well,
There'll be
the ball back.
4 subs from Chelsea as it stands then.
yeah.
The West Ham's none.
Ball played through. Sterling's on the ball. He's got about 2 or 3 West Ham players on him. We've won it back. Paqueta's driving forward. He's shrugging Sterling off. He's played a through ball to Antonio, who's broke the offside trap.
Got to be. Is he?
Oh, he's blown up.
I thought he's a mile offside
I
already.
was going to say he looked miles offside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we only see.
No,
I know we see a certain angle.
Mate,
but
that's
if you
not
look
miles,
so far away from
lads. That's not miles. I'm not having that.
it- No, that is. It's close. That's
It's
very
offside.
close.
Not. Yes, offside.
It's
He's
offside.
offside. But you're right.
It's not
Silva was playing
mild.
the
He's
offside
offside,
trap, which is
yeah.
why Silva stopped Antonio.
Benny's coming on.
Benny's
Benny's coming on. I reckon
Benny!
that'll take.
Antonio.
Yeah. Bring on Antonio.
Chilwell has come on
Take him
for
off.
Cucurella. So it is a straight swap.
And Kovacic for Havertz.
What's his Havertz? That's surprising.
No, because Havertz
Well, I know
plays.
he's just back from
Havertz,
injury.
but Havertz is their false 9, isn't it? So he's going to push right up.
I meant more as in that he's left off the cheek on and take Kovacic off.
Yeah. Well, I think Loftus-Cheek will do the sitting role now.
So
won't
who's
he?
their midfield now? Kovacic and who?
Well, it's not Kovacic because that is Mount.
Sorry, Loftus-Cheek and who? They've just got like a one-man
Mason Mount. Yeah, Mason Mount will be in the.
So they've got a one-man pivot. They've gone from like a 3-man pivot to a one-man pivot.
Yeah.
And they've just got like an attacking front 5 now. Brozier.
They got to go for it, innit? They're 72 minutes, just about to count 72 minutes.
Oh, Fabianski's tried to play a ball through to Bowen. He's just missed it.
Unlucky.
Chelsea put a big ball through. That'll do. That I tell you what, I'll take that all day long.
All day.
So they are basically put Sterling's still on the pitch. Brozier's now on the pitch. Havertz
Benny.
and Mount. So what? The 3-4-3. Have Brozier and then Havertz and Sterling either side, and Mount playing midfield with Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah. They got to do it.
They've gone from having a very defensive-looking team, Chelsea, to a very attacking-looking team.
And that's the good thing about
Kira.
substitutions, isn't it? You can do that. So, we'll play Kira.
Pablo collects it in the middle
Come
of
on.
the park. He chests
That's
it
it.
down. He's intercepted. Chelsea have won it back, but they hit it too hard forward. Zuma's gonna. He's done well, Zuma. What a nice progressive play.
Nice.
Emerson, Paqueta on the left-hand side. Ball through to Emerson, who's driving forward still. He's still got the ball. A few step overs.
Nice.
He's literally just kicked it out for a Chelsea throw in.
He was looking for Antonio, wasn't he?
Bella.
Here comes Antonio for Benny.
Yeah, we thought that.
So
We called that.
We should get a
Bowen?
little round of applause. No, it's coming. He's
Yeah.
all right,
no, I meant is he going? Is it Bowen will now go up top?
Yeah, it'll have to. Done well.
Kit.
So I think they may have looked at because
Well,
Kira
you
jumped
won't
up
lose
that
that,
and
no,
maybe
you
they
won't
could
lose that energy.
But
No, I think it'll be Bowen.
There will be. Well done, Antonio, though. Gets back on the score sheet in the Premier League. That's what we want.
Yeah.
again, what I don't get though is we've only made the single sub.
Well,
And this was the problem we had. Not the problem, but like the Chelsea game, you only get 3 chances for your 5 subs. So like when we finished the Tottenham game, we had 2 subs we could have made, but we couldn't
Do you
make.
necessarily need to make the? You don't need to necessarily make the full 5 subs.
No, you don't. But
actually,
like you see with Chelsea, they've made 4 subs and they've re-energised their entire front.
I tell you,
Yeah, but I know that. But what I'm saying, what my question to you would be, we all anticipated that Antonio was going to come off, but I really can't pinpoint any other player right now I'd want to take off.
No.
Being brutally honest, you could say Bowen, but
I'm saying is sometimes like
still offers
it's something we're going to have to learn, and not just us, like a lot of the league's going to have to learn to an extent, is that you maybe need to plan your subs more. Maybe he does 2 lots of 2 afterwards. You know, maybe Chelsea have done.
You don't need to do 5 though, Matt. You don't
have to do it. I know you can. You don't have to. So it's like at the end of the day, with the if Antonio was right to take him off because he's knackered, and then we go to it looks like Benny's playing playing up front. In all honesty,
what I'm saying is, I still believe that one of Paqueta in like the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Fabianski's done enough. I don't know what happened there, but Fabianski and Zuma have just done enough to take that ball away.
Yeah, from Havertz.
From the Chelsea. Was it Havertz? Yeah. Ball comes in.
It's a low whipped-in ball, wasn't it?
Oh, he spilled
it. He
it.
actually commits to it the first time. He spills it, but it's a coming together with the
Emerson let him go, get in front of him.
Yeah. That's the when a player is like Emerson, who is forward thinking. He's not defensively minded, is he? Oh no, it's Chico through and it's a goal. I do not know how they scored.
How did that go in?
From Ben Chilwell.
Fab, what is that? What is that goalkeeping?
How did that go in?
What is that goalkeeping? Right? Has he jumped over the ball? If he just stands there, it goes straight into him. It's just a stupid long ball.
I'm sorry, I don't even know if he's broke the defence. He's got in between Kira and Sufal and should never have got there.
Why has Fabianski come out there?
Yeah, but it doesn't. At that point, no, it doesn't matter because then look, there's two strikers, there's 2 forward-thinking players.
Oh yeah,
ahead of any of our defenders.
Exactly, and he's now. I mean, Fabianski was right to come out for that, and Chilwell just got a toe end. It's gone through his legs. I think,
For me, like what I'm saying, for me, as someone that used to playing goal, that's wide of the 6-yard box, and he's a yard off the line.
Yeah, but he's broke. Chilwell has broke the line of the defence.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that.
No, but what I mean is, if he is then on, I suppose what you're trying to say is, if it's so close to the byline, why is Fabianski coming out?
Why is he coming out? Yeah.
Well, the reason why he's come out for it is because there's another player there.
On the side.
Stay in the middle. You mark the middle. If he squares it and they get a tap in, then they get a tap in.
I don't know if they do mark the middle.
But he's given him the easy option there because he's come out.
Look.
And spread himself. Keepers always spread themselves out like in the star shape. Say it's a Chilwell, knows. If he gets a touch on that, I don't know if he's even trying to shoot.
No, he's not. He's squared it and it's fluky gone in. He hasn't gone for a shot there.
I tell you what, if anything, if you had to criticise Fabianski, it was the fact he didn't go lower and wider. Yeah. That was the only criticism I can really give of Fabianski there. I
wouldn't have been coming out for that at all. I'd have happily left.
You would have gone mental if you hadn't come out for that.
Yeah, you're right. If you cut it out, I'd have got you. People have said,
like if he just stood there and he tapped it in, I'd always tapped it in.
Yeah, but then the criticism
mark at the most is like the width of your box, if your pen, like the goal.
Then
if you come further out of the goal,
but Matt,
the goal.
Yeah, but what will happen is people go, if that happened, he didn't come out for the ball. So he was in a no man land. Then he couldn't do either. Whether he did, he would have got criticised. But actually, his defence let him go.
Oh,
his defence let him down there. Totally,
it was like a 3rd man run from Chilwell.
Thanks. Yeah. Chelsea now.
78 minutes gone, almost. 1-1.
Chelsea driving forward from the defence, bit of space forward. Plays the ball through. Kira does well. Rice back to Kira. And he gets a goal kick.
That was annoying.
Such a poor goal. Like it's, for me,
For anyone that is watching, just remember we are going to be going live straight after on the review show. We will be going live on the review show straight after the game. Lads, check the private message there.
Yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. 10 minutes to go. Chelsea on the attack down the right hand side. Fofana. Big switch diagonal ball from Chelsea. Wide left, Chilwell. Big ball in the box from Chelsea. Fabianski. They've played shed load of balls like that.
Yeah.
Low. And it seems to be that we're struggling to deal with them.
Yeah.
Not high ones, because Fabianski's been winning all those high ones left, right and centre. But Kieran
and they're just
Fabianski
putting it right in the 6-yard box, aren't they? That's about third one he's done. And like
corridor of uncertainty.
Yeah, and it's
for them, he's done very well, Fabian.
He's done very well there, Fabs. But yeah, he's that woman behind him. She's hilarious. But Emerson's looks like his collar. It looks like he's done his collarbone or something like that. He's.
Oh, that would be typical, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like he's struggling.
Yeah.
It looks uncomfortable.
It's struggling, breathing in it. You got a bang there from Havertz.
To be fair to Emerson, though, he's done really well to stay in front of Mount.
Yeah,
I know Fabianski's come out, but he's done really well.
Fabianski's knees got into his. Looks like his collarbone.
He's totally taken one for the team.
Yeah.
West Ham have won the ball back through Declan Rice on the right hand side. He's striding forward, still got the ball down the right hand side. He plays in. Who's that? Benny kept it in.
Benny, yeah.
It's a foul. He's lost it.
Man on.
It's
like he didn't get a call. West Ham making sub now, looks like. Are we making sub?
Matt, we can't hear you, mate.
Edison.
Can't hear you now. Oggie's coming on.
Oggy.
Paqueta.
For Paqueta. Yeah. Yeah. Again, Cornet's not getting a run out. And Loftus-Cheek's come off as well. Loftus-Cheek's
Say
come
again,
off.
Matt?
Hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, quiet.
Loftus-Cheek for Jorginho. Paqueta off. Oggy on.
Why? So we now gone to a back five.
So we've got Benny up top.
Yeah, looks like Bowen and Fornals
Black midfield
behind
four.
him.
Yeah.
Or 4, yeah, or whatever. And
Ben got fun on his own.
makes sense. I mean, they've got more attackers on there as well.
They brought Ginny on for, was it off the sheet?
Well done,
Well
Emerson.
done, West Ham. Well done. Oh, he's lost it though from good tackle from Fofana. Tries to find. He has found the pass. Chelsea at the edge of the box. Big ball into the back post. No one's there, but it goes out for a West Ham goal kick. Come on, you Lions.
Tried to, was it that Emerson tried to sprint out his pocket kicks, and Mount tries to dink off the back post. They had the overlap on the back post.
Yeah, they
on
did.
the 2 foul. Couldn't pick out the right ball. West Ham's problem now is that we don't have anyone up front.
No, we don't.
Which is why I would put Cornet on it. He's still physical.
Just throw Tommy up there.
I don't think you can lose his energy in the midfield. I think he's
No,
been
exactly.
brilliant
I think we're holding on for a draw now. That's what it looks like.
Which never worked.
No, but that's the feeling you get in it. It's like, you know, you could have brought Cornet on for Paqueta.
Lots of goals in the Brentford Leeds game. Brentford are now 4-2 up.
Yeah.
Who scored the fourth goal? Oh, it's all right, Ross. It wasn't. Ivan
Toney again.
Come on, Fornals. That's a good play there. Nice football from West Ham.
Nice.
Big up and under from Fornals. Puts under pressure, but there's a foul.
He's got a knock there.
He has got a knock, but I'm surprised he's not let a bit of the play on the goal.
No, that's quite a bad one. That should be a booking for Jorginho. Don't matter if he just come on the pitch. That was quite a nasty one.
Yeah, that was a welcome to the game. That's it. I've come in on just to kick people, which is what he does.
Corney's coming on.
Rightly so.
Bowing off, I reckon.
Yeah.
I would want to put Corney up front.
I reckon take Bowen off.
So that is
again, it's the energy of Fornals you'll miss. Reece James needs to shut up.
Is,
I don't like Thiago Silva and I don't like Reece James. Fornals is off. Fornals for Cornet.
Go on, Maxi boy. Go on, son.
Go on. 5 minutes to make yourself.
Hopefully he pushes Cornet up front.
Go on, son.
I think that surprised me because I thought they'd want to keep Fornals on just his energy in the midfield, but
maybe
nope.
for legs. Maybe he's had a
yeah. Is it a 4-3-3? No, is it a 3-4-3?
Oh, we've won it back. Benny on the edge of the box. Got a lot of work to do. Crosses it in. Oh my word, Corney! It's in the post. He's hit He's hit the post.
He missed that fucking open goal against Viborg, and now he's in the post.
Mate, that
header at the back post. West Ham nicked it back, wasn't it? Was it Benny?
Yeah. Benny picks it out.
Oh my word, Courtney! No.
He didn't have a lot of room at aim at, to be honest.
No, and he was running backwards, and
I know, but his first touch. Oh, nice play from Deckers. Tries to play ball through to Corney. Corney.
Unlucky.
Corney. Chelsea on the attack.
Good head.
Deckers.
Era.
Very similar to the Spurs game, wasn't it? Last couple of tries at the end of the game. Could have won it.
Come on, West Ham. Stay on him.
Come on.
Overlapping. It's a goal.
Why?
Why
would no one give the fucking support? That's so shit. I'm sorry, that's awful. You've got literally Soufal standing there against 2 players, and not a single one of them goes over to help him. Like, he cannot defend a 2-on-1 when they're both just squared up to him. Like, that's so poor, it's untrue. Absolutely awful. Like, just leave Soufal out there with the 2 wingers. Let him just defend both of them together. Don't actually man up to make it a 2-on-2.
You could
runs off it.
You could really question. You could, if you had to question someone there for the support, you could question Rice.
He stood off him. He should be a lot closer. He just lets it go past. And then, who's that score? Broja?
No.
Havertz.
Havertz.
Yeah, Mason Mount with the assist.
It's so fucking poor to just like leave a 2-on-1 on the edge of the box. Because Soufal can't do anything. If he follows the runner, then the guy can just run straight on the pitch. He has to stand where he is.
Now watch what's happened. Chelsea are now going to go and protect the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, except they've got 4 minutes to do it and probably a lot better at it than we are. That's so awful defensively. I'm sorry, like, I know I moaned at Fabianski about the first goal.
He's giving a wink!
Come on! It is! Yes! Oh, look, Mendy's on the floor. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
God, Corey!
God, Cordy. Hang
God,
on.
Corey!
Hang on. What's happening here?
Oh, come on.
They're going to go VAR, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bowen slips.
But if he wins the ball first, it's kind of irrelevant.
No, he's at it.
No, he's parried the ball. There's nothing. No, there's nothing there. I'm sorry, there's not.
There's nothing there.
He's parried the ball.
There. Yeah, and then he missed. Then he missed it.
He didn't tackle. Bowen didn't tackle him. He actually just parried the ball out to corner.
What did I call? What did I call Anton today? The result. Desmond. I called it a Desmond today.
Oh, it's gone to VAR. It's gone to VAR.
It's gone on VAR. Ah.
Come on, how can you go to VAR for that? Bowen hasn't tackled Mendy. Mendy has spilt the ball. And you're saying when he's hurdled him, of course, he's hurdled him.
Oh,
and what he's caught him
If
as he's
Bowen
hurdled
goes
him.
down, if Bowen goes down, it's a fucking
penalty. Yeah.
So like, how can you say that's a
Oh,
possible foul?
that is ridiculous. That is
How
if
can
that
you
goes.
say that's a foul?
The referee's gone over, and I swear to God, if that gets turned round,
That's ridiculous.
How can you
If that
say
gets
that's a
turned
foul?
round, that is ridiculous.
How can you say that's a foul? He's parried the ball first. Bowen has hurdled him.
There's nothing you can do about
If they
it.
show you that,
No.
if they show you that, like show the run of play.
Yeah. Don't just show
You
the
should be
freeze
looking
frame.
at that.
There's a delayed reaction. He hits it,
Yeah.
Bowen. You should be commending Bowen for not diving.
and then he moans. Look, he goes over, and then he complains when he knows he's lost the ball.
But the fact it's gone to VAR means they're going to disallow the goal.
Yeah, it's going to be
Absolutely
disallowed, isn't it?
Absolutely embarrassing. Look, he doesn't tackle him. He misses him. It's disallowed.
Ridiculous.
Can't be asked.
That is ridiculous. Absolutely bloody ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Fuck off, Tunchel. Fuck off trying to... fuck off. Go away. Mendy has come out to get the ball. He doesn't touch the ball. Bowen hurdles him and his back foot catches him and we put it in the back of the net. If Mendy had caught the ball and we kicked it out of his hands, yeah, look, he pushes it away. He parries it away into Cornet's path and it just lays on the floor.
Don't agree with that at all.
Fucking embarrassment. Like, what is the point in VAR when you give that decision? He knows he's mucked up. He sees it straight away when he parries the ball. Then he feels he gets touched, has a delayed reaction and just lays on the floor rolling about. It's beyond embarrassing.
That is ridiculous. And the thing was, he doesn't even. It's not even if you see his mouth. As soon as he makes a contact, 3 or 4 seconds later,
Yeah.
ow!
Darren Bent just said that's an absolute embarrassment.
That is.
Darren Bent he said that's an embarrassment because he hasn't touched him. He said, how is that a foul? He said the game's gone. Oh yeah, it is. How is that a foul? Kira's now been booked. They've now wasted what, 5 minutes for this?
Yeah.
5 minutes for this VAR decision. I mean, you know full well we're not going to play to 98 minutes now. He's going to blow up on like 94 and a half or something. And that wasn't where the foul was.
No.
The foul wasn't on the edge of the fucking penalty box, was it? Like,
And that should have been a foul for Zuma. That was a high foot for Chelsea then. Unbelievable.
game is just fucking gone. The corruption within VAR and the ineptability of referees is absolutely shocking.
He got Thomas Tuchel can't believe it.
Like, it's just absolutely awful. I generally don't understand what he's supposed to do.
Nah.
As I said, I'd have no problem, right, if Mendy caught the ball and Bowen ran into him and the ball popped out and he scored. I'd still hate it, but that is the rules of the game.
Yeah.
No, he actively pushes it away, then gets caught and just lays on the floor. And then Tio Kira has been booked for orchestrating against.
Right, lads, I'm going to go across and start the stream across
All right,
there, and I'll catch you in
All
a
right, mate.
minute. If you
No
Russ, if you want to let everyone know what they need to do.
Yeah, we'll do, boss.
Absolutely embarrassing. Like,
So
come on.
yeah, it's ridiculous, unbelievable. And the thing is, it'll be one of those things where
Come out and explain
about-
that decision. Come out and explain that decision.
about 3 months later they'll say, "Oh, actually," but it shouldn't be going to the ref. But you know, VAR. That's the idea of VAR. You know, it's
Is
you know,
that a clear
it's
and concise error? No, it's not.
no.
Like,
That's
that's a foul, ref.
yeah, that's a foul. This
Oh,
is
no, it's
ridiculous.
not. He got the ball, apparently. He's just gone through the back of Suchek. Oh, it's fine. It's not a foul.
I'm going to quite enjoy when this final whistle finishes to see Moyes literally go up and nuts the referee and be out for the rest of the. Yeah.
I couldn't give a flying fuck. Go nut him and spend 8 weeks out on the touchline.
Yeah.
And let Kevin Nolan be manager or something. Like, just. I would just call him out. I would call him out in his presser afterwards. Explain to me how that's a foul.
Oh, it will be. There'll be loads. There'll be loads of stuff. Don't worry about that. So afterwards we do it. So Anton's going to go and do the review show. So you guys who are watching now, you don't have to do anything. The redirect should all be sorted. I'm going to check it. I know he's done it, but I'm just checking it. And so the redirect that we've done, so literally we'll go straight. We'll close this stream. We'll go straight over there, and you'll be able to moan about VAR again. It seems all we do is moan about VAR at the moment.
In Chelsea games, I cannot remember the last time we played at Stamford Bridge. Oh, there we go. And now Mount's fucking squaring up to Emerson. And Mount's just Emerson's offered his hand as a handshake, and Mount's trying to fucking headbutt him.
I hate Mason.
But,
Mount
he's
as well.
letting with his head, and that won't be a VAR, because even that's supposed to be. And West Ham are now moaning about it, rightly so. If you lead with the head, it's a red card.
Yeah.
They've shown that in the league already this season. But actually, he's given Mason Mount the free kick. What's the fucking point? What's the point of West Ham? There's no point in us going to Stamford Bridge every year. You might as well just write to the FA and say, I'll just give them the 3 points.
Yeah, he's getting the 3 points.
Because every year you find a way to contrive a decision to give them the 3 points anyway. So what is the point in us competing? We'll send out the kids next year. Send out the under-23s when the league moan about it and just say, that's not in the fairness of the game. Well, you throw away the game every year anyway.
Yeah.
Every year you find a way to contrive an awful VAR decision and give them the game. So what's the point? Yes, they've scored two goals. We poorly conceded.
Well, the fact that, and again, Havertz is. Oh,
They
come
just pushed him in
on!
the face. Like, did you just push them in the face? You're going to book two foul now, aren't you?
No, he's not. He's booking Havertz.
Yeah.
Too right, but I mean,
Again, though, that's a red card. He pushed him in the face. They've
Well,
made
it
about
just
3
makes no
letter of the
sense.
law red cards for what they call it,
And
like
that's it.
aggressive.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
and
No.
he's making us
No,
really
no,
fucking take it. It's just killing more time. And he's going to blow up. He's going to blow up. As soon as he takes it, he's going to blow up. Which still isn't the fucking time we should have played.
There you go. Undeserved. Here we go.
He's embarrassed.
Here we go. Let's watch him. I just want to watch David Moyes shakes Tuchel's hand. Tuchel knows he's got away with one there. He knows he's got away with that because the way they were reacting, it wasn't. He put his arm around like straight away. This is what I want to see. I want to put the camera on David Moyes going straight up to the ref. Absolutely ridiculous. The game finishes 2-1. West Ham went 1-0 up, as you know. Then Chelsea equalised Ben Chilwell. And then Moyes is literally...
Yeah, look, he won't even look at him. He won't even look at him.
Won't
And they tell
even
him to
look at
walk away. No. Fucking man up and own up to your decision.
Yeah.
He can't even look him in the face.
No, he
Look,
can't.
the linesman's staring at him like, oh.
He's literally...
He's entirely fucking ignoring him. He literally will not talk to him.
So literally...
Fucking arrogant arsehole.
So
He's just
literally...
told him again, walk away, look.
Matt, calm down. I'm trying to explain to people. You can't react. So Moyes is literally face to face with the referee, and the referee's doing this.
He won't look at him.
He won't even look at him in the eye.
And every time he looks at him, he just goes, walk away. That's what he's done 3 times. Fucking arrogance of the referee. Only 2 people from the team were supposed to go and talk to the referee, and he's the manager and the captain.
Yeah.
Obviously, the manager can't do it during the games. That's the captain's responsibility. When there's a foul or look, come talk to this player. You need to calm him down.
Yeah.
End of the game, it's the manager. So Moyes has said, what is that? What is that decision? And he just won't give him an answer. He just, not looking. You're not there. I'll walk away.
I tell you what, with Matt in this state, you need to go and watch the preview because I think it's going to be fun. The review, rather. Yeah, it is. Anyway, guys, as I said, we're going to close this stream now, and it should go straight to Anton's. If it does work, please put in the chat, it's worked. Okay, then we know it's worked. All right, guys, so we're going to end this stream now. Thank you for joining us. Go and do the review show with Anton, and we can all moan about VAR for the next hour or so. That's what we're going to do, innit, to be honest. Anyway, see you soon, guys. Thanks for joining us, and see us over the other side. Bye-bye.